And here he is, from some sort of dark dimension. Pum'Kin Guy.
Boom. What's up? Let me get that mic away from my face right now. Nah, man, mic's been too close to my face. Let me know how I sound. Hey, what's up? How's it going? Sunday. You.
Who turned the heat off Pennsylvania this week?
Wait, what?
Hello, Pum'Kin Guy. How are you today?
Doing all right. It is cold. It is cold where we are for some reason. We had frost warning. Frost. What's up? Irish Armstrong, thank you. 46 moons. So it's cold there too. We had frost, dude. I woke up. There was frost everywhere. I'm just like, what the hell, dude? It's May. Right? It's May. May 3rd. Oh, thank God I'm not streaming on May the 4th. Corporate holiday. It's windy here. It's definitely windy. Yeah, dude. What's with all the wind, dude? What's up? What? Cold but sunny here in Pennsylvania. There you go. Nice. How's it going? Wow. Have we seen that cat before? That cat does not look familiar. What's up? Hey, guys. Hype train started. Oh, I got to call things. That's right. Hold on. All right, what has happened that I missed that isn't automatic here? All right, now we'll do the hype train in a second. What do we got? We had the Tangia thing. Guys, come on, keep up. Hold on. What, dude? I'm supersized. All right, we're gonna have to do one at a time. All right, let's go. All right, we got the Tangia used. All right, gotta call it. It's emote. Boop. Where is it? Supersize emote. Doing a bingo for in case people were. Got a card battle.
69 moons? Can I continue to hide in the pillar fort? I'm going to hide in the pillar fort.
Yeah, pillar fort. Best place to hide. Card battle. Got to call it in a second. Hold on, I'm trying to do them in order. Doing them in order. What else we got? We got a stretch. Hold on, we got a stretch. I'll do it. Give me a second. This is why it's easier to do with Steve. You know, he doesn't have his hands so occupied. We got that. We got the hydrate too. Where's the hydrate? Where's my hydrate? Hydrate.
The Amityville toaster. Make
Sound
breakfast
alert.
spooky.
We're getting there.
Talking toaster.
God, all these are getting called.
Yum, yum, yum. Human hand.
My God. Thank you. All right, who didn't win bingo yet? Oh my God, dude, we called so many of them already. If I missed one, let me know. But we got to do card battle. All right. Shady Gun, you got to roll equal to or greater than. I like this card. It's a fancy card. 10. Not good. You should have added sound effects. It's funny. All right, but at least we got a. Hey, Catman won. Wow, that was quick. All right, hold on. We got boo, 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 boo. We got to call Fancy. Then we got to do. I'm just going to call Wheel Spin because we got to do one now. Fancy card battle. Boop. What? It was fancy because it was animated. It's crazy, right? What was the other thing? Let's just call Wheel.
Hype train bits for Pum'Kin Guy.
Yeah. I still didn't do it. We didn't do the graphic yet. Why is it so chaos now? What are we even on? Catman, we got a hype train. Hold on. You will.
I am currently playing a game that I recently bought called Train Simulator. If anybody knows who Post 10 is on YouTube, basically it's his life simulator, haha.
Train Simulator. Yeah. I don't know. There's a lot of simulator games out there, but we are in the middle of a...
It's a freaking hype train. Let's go.
Don't worry, manager. It'll be over in a second.
Hype train. Let's go.
I didn't let manager know that there's going to be dancing. I don't want to get thrown out, man. We've been here since like 7 a.m. testing out the card game. What's up? Let's see. How much we got on the hype train? I don't know if we could squeeze in a wheel spin. I already called it though. Just remind me, we got to do it. What? Dude, we're on level 4. Dude, I was busy. Thank you. God. Hi. Let me say hi to people. What's up? Killer, hi. Catman, hi. We're going to get to your wheel spin board in the middle of the hype train. What's up? Fairland, hi. Nagan, hi. What's up? Irish Armstrong, hi. Shady Gun, hi. Icarus, hi. ADJ, hi. Malenko, hi. What's up? Blue Moon, hi. Evil Queen. What's up? How's it going? Shady Gun, hi again. Ninja, you. Fairland, gifted a bunch of subs. Hi. Jack Some Trades. I like that name. You got a sub. Serdwin got one. Saber got one. K-pop. You got one. Indiana Burlide. I think I said that right. All got subs. Thanks for Fairland. And hi, welcome. Zeld, hi. What's up? Killer, hi. About to play what? Fatness boxing demo for Switch. There's a fatness boxing? Is that a thing? Lunar Eclipse, hi. How's it going? Need Dawn to appear. Yeah, she'll get to it. She'll meander. What? Not much, just cookies. Hey, there you go, cookies. Dude, cookies are good. Hello, Tank Sentient. Hi, how's it going? 75 viewers? Gotta call it. Really, already? Yeah. That's all the way down here. Oh, that means if there's 75, I gotta call 50. Oh, I didn't even double check the work. They better be here. I'm gonna be upset. Gonna take a break. Wow, dude, some stuff got called.
Get hype.
Get hype. Thank you, ADJ. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I didn't random sing, but I'm gonna do it now. All right. No, that wasn't a shiny. It was a fancy. It wasn't spicy either, because Steve doesn't qualify as spicy. He's surly. That didn't happen. That happened. I didn't even get a chance to have first time chat. That didn't happen. No. No, they weren't new. They were not new songs. We played them before. I got a counter for that. Go.
Jim good vibes, Jim good vibes, Jim good vibes.
Jordy! 129 moons. That's Candy Rain. Candy Rain. Oop, calling it. I'm in a good mood. I feel like just calling everything. Candy Rain. We'll see what happens. Gonna check my bingo card while I'm here. And I got nothing. There you go. Shady got one. Nice. Then call Candy Rain. We got that. Hype Train. What's got? Now we got a Candy Rain too. Candy Rain. There you go. Got it. Got everything. Level 5 Hype Train. Let's go. Posture check been called? I don't know. Did somebody tell me to posture? I'll assume everyone was calling all the channel point ones. So, yeah, there we go. So Shady Gun 1, Catman 1. We got this going. Boop. Nice. All right. Do. How's it going? Dude. Yo. Malenko 1. Hey. Nice. Yo. Nobody's doing Spirit Airlines, right? Bro, they just shut down abruptly. The whole airline. They're like, hey, we're gonna... No, we're not. Like, what? Dude, how do you do that? Icarus, gifted a bunch of subs. The great and powerful Boo got a sub. Achroma got a sub. L-Count got a sub. Pop Town. And a Squid got one. Oh, thanks, Icarus. Thank you. Level 5 complete. Spirits is ghosted. Dude, I think they left people stranded, though. Posture check with a pencil spot. It's a little bendy. No, they just, like, literally left them stranded. Brofer told me how bad Spirit Airlines is since he rode with them before, but yeah, that's crazy. Spirit Island, spirited away. Dude, I saw a fun meme with the Spirit Halloween shop taking over. There was just literally the logo on a plane.
Punching you in the face.
There you go.
Through time and space. You don't even
Gotta call
know
thing
the
too.
time or the place. They just appear. Smack you in your beard, then they're gone. Like a pop song that trends for about 15 minutes, then it's gone again. Quantum mechanic kittens.
Nice. Also, first time chat. Thank you for saying something because that helped somebody in bingo. Hi and welcome. Yeah, but what happens to all those passengers that are in the middle of, well, nowhere right now? Like, do they just, like, what if they're in, like, you know, Abu Dhabi just sitting there? Yeah, I'm waiting on my plane. You wouldn't happen to have Spirit Airlines, would you? Well, yeah, I do, actually. Well, all right, there's a problem. Like, do they just get transferred to somebody else or whatever? Like, that's kind of messed up. They should at least resolve all the flights that are currently leaving people in a particular area. Yeah? Why'd they close down? I heard it was closed, like transferred likely. Like just, yeah, everyone go over to Delta or something. I don't even know if that's still a thing. No refunds for you.
Did you look at my text? I sent you a text.
Practice.
It was like 7 seconds ago, and you didn't respond. I mean,
75
what is wrong with you?
minutes.
I mean, it's like 10 seconds ago. I think it was this really cool thing. and I
This
wanted
is
to
also
share it with
coffee
you.
time for me.
And I don't understand why you can't get back in a reasonable amount of time and just say yes. I saw that thumbs up. Thank
Be
you.
reasonable.
And no, but what do? I continue to follow you on all your platforms with your Book of Face and your Twitsters and your Insta scams, and I follow you everywhere. Every day I follow you into the bathroom,
Not spicy.
underneath the bathtub, in the drain, and I'm looking at you, and I see everything you do, and you can't even respond to a text with something great. It was a cool little picture. And it's good. But I gotta tell you, this is why nobody responds to your dating profile, because you don't respond to them. They look at your picture and they say, this lady isn't gonna respond to me because stupid, 1 star. I mean, I don't even know what kind of social behavioral existence you have, but when somebody sends you a text 28 seconds ago, you better get on that. You better get on that. It's very important. You don't even know.
Book of Face. Yeah, and Twitster and the Insta scam and all the places. Thank you. High oil prices and years of poor management. Oh yeah, all of a sudden the high oil prices are. Oh no, we can't do this anymore. High oil prices. Yeah.
Did you tap into any of the other syrup yet? Steve said you only tapped into one of them so far.
Yep, just vanilla. Yeah, I know. We're those people. We open one and then we just let the other one sit until we get to them. I'm on a vanilla kick. I had vanilla icing, which we're trying to get rid of. We're trying to get rid of all the bad garbage. All the bad food. I got to eat it, though. Yeah. Thank you. All right. We're still drinking it. Yes, we got to do Wheelspin. No, but I don't know what happens to everybody. No.
Ever have those days when you just really don't want to drive, so you eat the cost of Uber?
I don't have a license, so. Ignorance, 1,000 bits. Thank you. I don't know. I know Dawn feels that way. She's like, I don't want to drive. I'm like, all right, then we just won't go anywhere, or we'll walk. I don't know. I'd have a problem paying for an Uber because I know they're expensive. It's like DoorDash. I'm like, man, I'd really like tacos, but not for like $35. You know, it's ridiculous. I wonder if people can charge back what they paid for the return flight. They said certain people would be able to. Hi, thank you, Briano. We are on level, I don't even know. 7. What? 7, thank you. Lucky 7. Now to say if you paid by credit card and stuff, they can do refunds, but debit and stuff, probably not. Which is weird, because I don't know who has money in a bank account for like a $700 plane ticket. Dude, they're expensive. You know? Especially, you know, whatever. I wound up getting an Uber again today in lieu of driving to work and dealing with the hassle of stalking parking spots. What? Why is getting parking at a place that you work at so difficult? What, do they got 3 spots? Dude, that's crazy. They should have employee parking. Employee parking right next to the handicap area. You know? What the hell? Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Valen. I appreciate. Thank you. Oh, and thank you to. It literally just shows up as someone. Someone just like 19 hours ago just gave a random donation. I know. I guess they were on the channel and just like, here, bro. I don't know, whoever you are, we saw it and we got it. Thank you. I appreciate. It literally just says someone. Who is someone? I don't know, but they're generous. Thank you. Cracker Barrel is a nightmare on Sunday. Yeah, but they should have employee parking. Don't they have at least, I don't know what the layout is. Like, if it's do they have, like, in the back parking? You know? I guess it's weird. Employee parking at the very end of the parking lot. Yeah. Now, we know how that goes. Like, everybody just had to park all the way at the end, and it's like a 5-minute walk just to get there. Like, oh, my God. Carpet's too cheap. We have to share with customers. What? Come on. A lot of church folks going to Cracker Barrel after Mass. Ah. Huh. I don't know. Like, I don't go anywhere on Sundays, obviously, because I'm doing this, but I haven't in How long have I been doing this? Yeah, so like Sundays are basically not a thing for me. What? Why are they nasty? Why would they be nasty? They're churchies. What? They don't do unto others? Yeah, but we're going with the crucified part of it. 200. What? Turned 65 in April. Social Security decided to take $200 for Medicare. $200 a month? For Medicare? What the hell? Why they, dude? They barely give you money anyway. You're like, yeah, we're gonna just take this for Medicare. Well, hold up, come on. Ugh. Doesn't even pay to get old.
Son, hi Trotto and PG.
There you go. Hi, what's up? How's it going, Antique Doll? Hope you're doing well. 17 moons. Hope you're doing well on this beautiful Sunday, even though it's a little cold where we are. Go to church, I offload and let's just take it all over again next week. Oh, so it's like doing a soft reset on your soul, huh? What? Yeah, what? It's like wiping the cache. Oh, it's clean now, and I can function properly, except for my camera. Ah, there you go. Okay. Boop, 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 boop. What? What? And then it starts getting corrupted by Saturday, and then you got to go back in and do it all over again? It's like restarting your phone. Parking was bad for a neighboring comic book shop yesterday. They had a free comic book day. What Scott Snyder, who wrote Absolute Batman, was there doing a signing. Someone drew from Iowa to see him, according to the store owner. Really? That's crazy. That's nice, though. Hype say train success. All right, we got the level 7. Thank you, everybody. Now we get to do the wheel spin. Boom. Oh, that was a lot. Yeah, so's my hearing. Oh, God. I didn't realize that hit that pitch. Oof. Oof. Oh. Oh. All right, we got to do a wheel spin, which means easy mode. Hey, I'm in easy mode. So I got to call that. Boom, 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 ba-da-da-da. You know, I gotta set things up here. You know, we did put something. Did we put something new on there? I think we did. Usually every month we change up something, so at least 1 or 2 things get switched out. Where is it? I'm finding it. I'm finding it. All right, let's just get to the screen. Boom.
What's the deal? Let's spin the wheel. 'Cause you won bingo. Let's go. Spin that freaking wheel.
Spinning it. All right, you're going to get something from the It Shop. Catman knows the routine, but if you're new here, basically you get a digital goodie from the Illo Press It Shop. Could be a movie, could be a comic, could be some music. Or content record for mature viewers. Little Halloween. Hey, that's me. I'm in that one. There you go. Beautiful. Something you already have. Feel free to pass it along to somebody who may not have it. I don't know who has what. Let's find out. Boom. There we go. Nice. Little Halloween. Yeah. Hey, dude, we're like halfway to Halloween. You know what that means? You should buy candy.
Also, quick protein smoothie with carnation breakfast powder, butternut squash, dragon fruit, peach, and some milk. Super tasty.
Wait, you put all that together? What, it's squash? So did you make squash coffee smoothie? Is that what you're saying? Hold on, I gotta get a code here. I got distracted. I got distracted by squash coffee. Actually, surprisingly, a lot of people did not win this. All right. Boom, 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 boom. Boom. Here you go. All right, link has been sent. Boom. Tabs have been closed. And now, back to my normal form. You don't even taste the squash, but it's in there. I would know. Oh, I can turn this off too. Boop. Squash smoothie. No, because, all right, no, here's the thing. We're trying to eat healthy and everything. We bought kale, all right? We bought kale, all right? No. But we're on a healthy food thing. Dog's got to eat healthy. I should be eating a little bit better, even though I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. I could be doing better, but I'm doing all right. So we got weird kind of foods. We had to go. We did that thing where you limit yourself to like particular aisles in the supermarket. I got a question, chat. You know in your head, you know in the supermarket there's the healthy aisle. Like everybody knows that there's a healthy aisle. That's where you go. You know, you want your apples, your bananas, and all that other stuff, right? If we're in our brains, if we're referring to that as the healthy aisle, subconsciously we know that everything else in the store is utter crap. Yeah, the healthy aisle. You know, vegetables, fruits, all that other stuff. You know, basically like food, natural. And then everything else, we're like, yeah, let's go to the rest of the store. It's weird. It boggles my mind. And then like I'm in the chip aisle. I'm like, this isn't the healthy aisle. I bought chips anyway. What? I like chips. I can only eat one box of Lucky Charms a day. Only one box. Oh my God. What's up, Ted Xanthos? Hi, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. Boop boop. All right, so we're going on a journey of tofu versions of things that you would rather eat. So we got the tofu bacon. Oh God, well, I just call it fakin'. Like tofu sausage and tofu hot dogs and just all this tofu stuff.
Me, I live on a fresh food diet. Fresh ingredients, or freshly prepared, either way it's got freshness involved. And it's been good for me. My only problem is I need to cut my portions back.
Yo, I got proportion problems too. Clearly, look at the size of my head. But AI has some proportion problems too, usually, but it's usually just around the chest area. But no, I'm just saying, it's like I would be like super fit if I just, you know, didn't eat, say, 5 avocados at once instead of just one. Yeah, it's very difficult. But no, because what do you call it? This one, you were cutting back on weird salty crap, so you're basically down to like cottage cheese yogurts, avocados, occasionally grilled chicken and stuff like that. Yeah, chips every once in a while, a little bit of candy. But portion's usually an issue. But Dawn was eating other things that were not great. So now they got to scale back on stuff, and now we're getting to that other weird stuff. That's why you wash your fruits and vegetables before eating them. Yeah, you got to wash them. Nutrients show that people eat are more likely to get cancer now. Main reason is pesticides to treat the crops. Yeah, you got to wash everything. Wash the hell out of everything. What? You got to watch those, what do they call dirty fruits and vegetables. They're dirty. Not safe for work vegetables. I'm sure there's something out there for that. Don't look it up. No, but like apples and stuff, you know, usually they recommend to peel apple, but you know, something like avocado is really good because you're not eating the outside of it, you know? So that's usually good. And just wash the hell out of it, you know? At a certain point in your life, you can't live in fear of everything, you know, be it microplastics, pesticides, you know, did my chicken have a joyous life and get to go to the carnival before it ended up on my plate, you know? There's only so much stuff in your control, and you got to live. You know, if you're stressed about all that stuff, then it ends up just ruining your life. So yeah, faking bacon. Oh God, not looking forward to it. Blueberries are bad for pesticides. Yeah, you got to wash the hell out of them. That, strawberries, potatoes, everything. Everything in America wants to kill you. It seems even cleaning products have bad stuff in them. Yep. We had a bunch of kale. We made this kale chickpea salad thing, which came out all right. It was all right. Yeah. So it just, I don't know, whatever. I'm not a big fan of leafy greens. I don't like leafy greens. I don't know, man. I realize it's not filling me up. You know? Spinach every once in a while. All right. But love avocado because it can, what? Equal nachos. Yeah. Go.
78 moons.
78
Love
moons.
your PG. Hope you're well.
Yeah.
Just got done listening to a documentary about Chuck E. Cheese. Or as I will now refer to as, Child Rat Casino.
That's pretty good, dude. Child Rat Casino. It's like how the Kentucky Derby is referred to as Amish NASCAR now. I didn't come up with that. That was on the internet. I don't know. It was like, dude, yeah, somebody referred to Kentucky Derby as Amish NASCAR. And I'm like, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I like that. Some rising cancer result of what former fat diets, colon cancer, like dietary fiber. Yeah, you need dietary fiber. Gotta clean you out. Yeah. So I like avocados. Avocados. Let's go. Leafy greens empty you out. Well, so do avocados. You know how much fiber's in an avocado? Dude. And the liquid hydrations. Yeah. Needs what? Subscribe. Yeah, but what are you gonna do? Everything is bad for you all the time. Just try to survive as much as you can without being totally miserable. That's it. I don't know, man. You got to take some healthy steps, but don't stress about it. No. Oh yeah. So what happens? No, because it just popped in my head. Yo. No, the Spirit. No, I want to say Spirit Halloween. No, the airline that's basically closed forever. What happens to the planes? What happens to the passengers? Did anybody figure it out? Are they literally stranded? I don't know if somebody checked. Oh, wait. No, I have to look something up. That'll work, right? Somebody find that out. I need to know. I don't know anybody who takes planes. Go.
It was started by the guy who started Atari. It was supposed to be a coyote, but they got a rat instead, and based it off Vegas for tokens and tickets. Then served pitchers of beer. Oh yeah, Chucky originally smoked a cigar, and roasted a bazonga jiggly hippo.
That's pretty funny. Dude, why'd they get rid of the cigar guy? That would have been awesome. You know? You have a co-brand with a cigarette company? Jeez, wow. They're like, hey, yeah, let's, oh God, dude. Why would they do that? Well, you know, kids have gotcha games now, so they were there first. No more Spirit Airlines. How am I going to travel for cheap now? Horse, I guess. I don't know. Dude, I don't know, man. Like, it's weird. I think they wanted a bailout, and the government was like, nope. And I'm kind of glad they didn't, because probably money's got to go to something else right now. I don't know what, but not another airline that needs another bailout. JetBlue is cheap. Yeah, I know nothing about airfares because I don't go anywhere. I really don't. Chuck E. Cheese started as adult, then became child friendly, now adult again. Interesting. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, didn't they bring it back for like some kind of retro nostalgia things for people who grew up on it? Yeah, it's like a Dave and Buster's or something like that. Just like, oh God, can this rat die, please? Now it's targeted for kids. The adults just needed something. Oh, the adults need something. Yeah, you go play with pizza. I'm going to go gamble in the other room with the smoking rat. Let me get coffee. Oh, jeez. Wow. Oh, God. Spicy cart. Dude, that's... Yo, vet, you got to... I can't even turn my head. Oh, God. Bro. Where's that? I feel like that one's going to need to be blurred out. I don't know. I jumped in front of it too quick. Was there anything, I don't know. Was it what I don't want to go back and check, but I'll look at it later. God. I was going to have coffee and now I just had a mild heart attack. Hold on. Okay. It wasn't as bad as the other one. This is fine by comparison. Holy crap. See? Respectable. Nice. Do. Yeah, but I don't like jumping. It freaks me out, man. Dude, all you got to do is vet these things. Yeah, it's going to bother me. No, because now I got to go through 600 cards to figure out which one it is. Parents watching a hippo and drank beer, then got a fist fight with the other kids, tried to steal the kids' tickets. Really? They won! Nice. It's only like 5 Chuck E. Cheese's in Canada. I think one guy owns all of them and never took off elsewhere. Huh. Weird. Dude, it's bizarre. I don't know. I never really understood the concept of Chuck E. Cheese. Let me get the dyslexia strike or jumble word. Which one do you want? Where is it? Got that. Where is it? It should be like right there. Ah, there it is. Oh, they're one and the same. Never mind. Oh, maybe that gave me bingo? No, my brain is obsessed about winning bingo today. It's not happening. All right. One Chuck E. Cheese called the cops 146 times. What the? 146 times? What the hell's happening in Chuck E. Cheese? I was going to say Chick E. Cheese. That should be the spicy version. Chick E. Cheese. I don't know. I could just have it's like a maid cafe, but I don't know, for people who like spicy costume characters, I guess. Mass brawls at Chuck E. Cheese? What is happening? What is it, a Waffle House for children? That doesn't even make any sense. What are they brawling about at a Chuck E. Cheese? God, it's not like a sports bar or anything. Forget the fight at Hut. Let's brawl at the Cheese. Yeah, man. Brawl at the Hut. Canadians like checking out new stores, but if they aren't any good, we just don't go back. Yeah, I feel like most people should do that because then we wouldn't have a lot of the places that are still around. What? No, man, there are some restaurants that are just perpetually around and I don't understand. And it's just like, people keep going. Spicy Maid Cafe with pizza? You're onto something. Yeah. Canadians, well, I've read that. That's probably what? Pum'Kin Guy. Steve Maid Cafe. Yeah, that's a lot of work. I could be the host. I don't think Steve's going to want to wait on all those tables. We'll get Pauline to do it. What? No, just get the old outfits for Stevie there and, give them to Pauline. Yeah, but they'll be small, but, the clients won't care. What else? Guy who started it is shockingly blatant about what people did in those mascot costumes. Ew. 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 Who's got to clean those out? Ew. I'm just getting bitter at you volunteering. Well, she's not. What am I interrupting there? The gotcha game? What's the new one that she's playing? Well, Neverland, ever. It's another gotcha game RPG thing, but takes place in a city. Yeah, I'm making fun of you. What? Probably Chuck E. Cheese, bad parenting. Yeah. Weed, got a hot box. Oh, okay. Yeah, there you go. Gotcha game. Never, ever, ever. Never, ever, ever. No, I was going to try it out, but it won't fit in my phone because I got too much crap in there. I already got like 4 other mobile games that I dabble in every once in a while, and then the rest is like stupid pictures of memes and music. I checked my storage, and I'm like, why do I have 30 gigs of music here? Yeah, I had to be that idiot. I want it uncompressed. Oh. Yeah, I figure every once in a while Chuck E. Cheese would be an issue, but not for all.
Greetings, salutations, and good vibes to all except my ISP. Watching you on phone. My Spectrum modem might be toast. Great way to wake up.
No, I'm sorry. All right, well, you know what? Get them to give you a new modem, and then just things will get back to normal. Make sure it's the modem and not their lines, though, because that's their default thing. Every ISP is like, well, it might be your equipment. Yeah. Hate that. DJC, you gotta roll.
So one kid would try and steal another kid's tickets. Their drunk parent would interfere. Then the thief's drunk parents get involved. Then it's a 20 family brawl the cops hated taking calls for. with backup.
That's crazy. Really? For tickets? God. DJC, you got a roll equal to or greater than? 11. 11. Four. What? I don't know. Jermaine's poetry lulled you to sleep, and there's nothing to do. She still write poetry? Yeah, but nobody cares. Okay. What? No, that tracks. Let's see. Good. Where do we leave off? Uncompressed smart downloads. Well, it's our own music, so we're just like, we have it all on there, and I'm just like, oh, God. I should just throw compressed versions on there. Yeah, whatever. We'll figure it out. 81. Nice. When explained the way I saw it, you realize how much of a fever dream a guy with FU money had. Yeah, it's kind of weird, right? People who have that, like, whatever, I got so much money, let's just see what happens. They always come up with weird, crazy crap that's kind of fun. Or dystopian technologies that rule us all. So it kind of depends. Yeah. Take your boat to the spectrum, get the store to the newer to the spectrum from Florida to the phone spectrum to hold the equipment and hold it to find the store to ask for newer stuff. Yeah, there you go. No, man, no. We had to deal with the ISP, and they kept going like, oh, it must be your equipment. I'm like, hold up. We preempted that crap. Because it was time for us to get a new router and modem anyway. So we're just like, all right. They're like, yeah, it's probably your modem. It's probably, it could be your Wi-Fi thing. I'm like, hold up. No, they're all new. Oh, yeah, well, how new? Like last week new, okay? Yeah, you can check my thing. I called in. I gave you the MAC address, all that other stuff, yeah. Oh, I do see that it's new. Oh, what about your Wi-Fi? Yeah, it's new, too. Bought them at the same time. Oh, well, have you tried turning it on and off again? Yeah, we did that. Yeah, we know how to do that. First thing we did. Yeah. And then you get on a carousel of tech support.
Seriously, if you need background noise, look up the Fat Electrican.
Electrican? It literally made the job sound like it's a nationality. The Electricans. Yeah, it's a little island off the coast of Jamaica. That's where all the Electricans come from. Oh, God. What? That's funny. That's the first time I feel like the robots really just messed up that much. I mean, use my own router instead of getting a gateway and forced to use. Yeah, you can do that. Like 99% of the time, you can just use your own modem.
Electrician, sorry. But whether he's talking about businesses or history, you'll learn and laugh.
Oh, so wait, hold.
You never called easy mode.
Oh, I didn't? No, I'll do that. Oh, so it's the way you typed it. Okay, all right. Hey, that was still funny. That's hilarious. Electricans. What? It sounds like a whole, group of people that are, have superpowers with electricity. All right, I got to call easy mode. I thought he did that. Guess not. Boom. There you go. All right, let me check my... No, my card sucks. God. Why? Got it. Thank you. Let's see. Cable lines do degrade over time, and they have to go to your yard outside the house to replace wires. Yeah, that was the other thing. They replaced a bunch of wires locally, and they're like, oh, it could be the wires. I'm like, no, you guys just did that. Oh, yeah, I see that we did this. Can we just get to the technician? It's like they put all these speed bumps and hurdles to actually get to somebody competent. At an ISP, it's like you got to deal with the phone people that don't really know anything. They're just going by the playbook for the old people, And I literally, every time I call, I'm like, look, I'm not an old person that doesn't know what the hell to do. This is what I've already done. I give them the whole thing so they can skip to the end and then get me a technician. Then the technician's got to come out, look at everything and say, yeah, well, everything looks good here. You know, and then I got to go back and forth, call out 15 people, and then finally get the name of a supervisor who actually does something. I've had to deal with 2 supervisors for an ISP, and once I got to them, the problem was fixed relatively quick, like within 2 days. Other than that, it was just people meandering, looking at the lines, you know, or poking at my modem, just going, yeah, I mean, you know, you're getting good speeds now. I don't know. I guess it's fixed. No. That's not how it works. Yeah. Yeah, why bother helping the customers? Yeah. Yo, I honestly wish something like Starlink was just available everywhere. What's the up speeds on Starlink? And how much does that cost? I heard things about Benjamin Franklin. No history book would tell me. Also, some really cool American icons who got overshadowed. Like McNasty? There was somebody whose last name was McNasty? Really? What? That just sounds like a very unsuccessful McDonald's meal. You know? Yeah, I'd like to give me a. I can't even say it with a straight face. Yeah, give me a McNasty. All right, it's coming right up. There's a World War II. Man, that's what beat Patton to Germany. Really? Huh? That's nasty. My mother. Oh god, don't explain to the nice man that you stream for a living. The upload speed was important. Yeah. Yeah, after, like, in the midst of a nervous breakdown. I don't know. It's weird. You have to use proper terminology. Because if you say you do a lot of streaming on Twitch, they just think you're watching it. You know? Use the term broadcasting, and then they'll look into the upload speeds. Yeah, my upload speeds are like 2.1 right now. They should be like 50. Next time that happens, tell you you're good at what swing service and go to the other company in your area if possible. Yeah, we finally got an alternative, so there is some leverage there, you know. Not that the other company is any better, so. McNasty's what I do in a McDonald's bathroom. Gross. We did make up the menu back, item back in high school. Really? You did make that up. Yo, it's a McNasty. Got a rat in it. Oh, man. That's funny. Let me get... I should probably get some water. I'll water. Yeah, give me a second. Yeah, I don't want to go anywhere yet. Yeah. I mean, it's shiny and it's in the dark, but, you know, if you look closely, you can see things. Okay, this is nice. It looks like a retro ad from Japan from like the 80s or something like that. Come on. I'm going to dehydrate at this rate.
Reminds me of the time I went to Michael's for some paint. Asked for the specific type of paint, along with a brand name. The associates had no idea what I was talking about. They had to go on their phones to search for it.
Isn't that weird?
I built my router using server gear and used data center switches. And a number of access points for Wi-Fi. My network is kinda overkill for a home.
Yeah, but if you can do it, why not? You did it because you could. I don't get that kind of time. That's pretty good, though. Nice. Yeah, I don't like when I go to the store and look for something and they have no idea where it is. Yeah.
McNasty was outside a village in Europe occupied by the Germans, and his men were hesitant to go on attack. He said, "There's probably a lot of pretty women waiting for American liberation from the Germans." Every man took that village.
That's something, isn't it? You just got to motivate people. Oh, man. Really? Wow. Thank you. And thank you. This is before we knew just how people couldn't read, write, speak, and do math. Yo, there was a, I think we pulled it up over here. No, it's somebody made an interesting point. It was on a teacher's Reddit where it's like a lot of companies are going to be in kind of shock at the quality of their employees that they hire if they've been like what they call now AI graduates. In other words, they just chat GPT'd their way through graduation. Like, that's scary if you think about it. You know, because literally they have no applied abilities and they just coasted by using a robot. These companies are going to get destroyed just from sheer incompetence. It's going to be crazy. And never bother employees for help. Use the website to find what I'm looking for. Isn't that like, that's kind of sad though. Like anytime you go to a place, last time I had to go to like a Best Buy or something like that, I was looking for something in particular and they were like, I'm like, all right, never mind. I like, never mind. I walked away. They seemed relieved, you know, which is, I can't deal with it. You know, and they have so many little island kiosks. You got the Apple one, you got the Samsung one, the Verizon one, the AT&T one. Oh, that's not my department. I don't work here. Well, what are you doing behind the desk? Oh, I'm the iPhone guy. I'm the AT&T guy. I'm the Verizon guy. It's like a small country in there now. And it's like I go over to a particular table to ask for help. It's like they can't help me because I'm not part of their state. You know, it's like, what the hell, man? Gets better, should be fine, but people know the basic at least. Although I'm looking at the 3D, closed 2D showed up. Limitations, unfortunately. No. 2D limitations suck. Hey, Lost Pixie 1. Nice. There you go. That's a... Yeah, why are you wearing that? That's none of your business. Bring popcorn. Popcorn. No, dude, I haven't had good popcorn in a while. Last time we got a bag of popcorn, like store-bought popcorn, it was terrible. You know? It was all kernels, bro. I can't do bagged popcorn anymore. It's weird, dude. It's never good. It's never as good as when you make it at home. Yeah. I do like the candy ones though, with the caramel and that kind of things. I try not to buy those. Yeah, there are a couple of no, AI's gotten really good with like taking a 2D image and trying to make it 3D. And then it'll turn it into like, oh my God, dude, there's stuff right now. You could take a 2D movie and make it 3D, right? Just by running it through AI, right? Then you could take a 2D image, make it a 3D model, and then make a CAD file from that. It'll do the mesh for you. Yes. Yeah, dude, it'll be fun.
Oh crap, I got them confused. Terry de la Mesa Allen Sr. was the war hero I was talking about. McNasty was a paratrooper who did equally amazing things, dropping into enemy lines for supply drops.
Oh, there you go. Nice. McNasty. And thank you for the correction. A lot of people won't do that, you know? Like news organizations. There you go. You should work for the news. It's like, oh, no, this is inaccurate information. There you go. Here's your correction. What? That's good. Thank you. Orville Redenbach movie popcorn is decent. The last one we got that was okay was the one that you shake over the stove. What the hell is it called? Is that Pop Secret? What the hell is it? I don't know. I've been binging. Yeah, no, I got it. All the information melds together. Jiffy Pop. There you go. There you go. Yeah, the one that turns into the the tinfoil Rasta hat. You know, when it's all popped. I had to bite my lip. Why is that? That's so dumb that it would even... yeah, I'm going to allow bite my lip auto mod. What the hell? That doesn't even make any sense. What did it say it was? I didn't even look. It was so stupid. I had to bite my lip last night when a customer had the slack-jawed look on her face while trying to figure out the card reader. Oh, God. Dude. It's getting bad. Really? Just a card reader? You figured I would know that. If I ever go to the store, I go with headphones on too, since I don't want to talk to anyone. By the way, when it comes to making 3D models with AI, they're not all that good. This is true. We've already tried it. What? No, we took a 2D image and we're like, all right, bro, make this a 3D model. Yeah, okay, whatever. I'm like, this is garbage. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll try again. No, it's still garbage. You're right to be upset. Yeah, you're fired. It can make simple things kind of like cups and I don't know, simple things, but not terribly complex. And I say yet because you know it will. Try popping corn using mayo and not corn oil. I feel like I'm going to cause a fire. Really? Mayo? I'm going to put a bunch of... Really? For reals? I have never heard of that before. Huh. No, I had no idea. Like that, I've never would. That's like, I don't know. It's like frying something up with cream cheese to me. You know? It just seems bizarre. All right, where to leave off? I got to move this thing. 3D model with AIs apparently. What? Tripoia? And you need a clean PNG, I think. Oh, I got all the clean PNGs in the world. No, because what we could do with the VTuber stuff is you can basically, well, it's I can make a CAD file from it anyway. It doesn't really matter. But you can just basically rotate, say, a VTuber and get all different sides of them. There you go. Thank you. I appreciate the follow. Hi. Why is that one so bouncy? No, that one's particularly bouncy. I don't know if it's the animation or just... I would use avocado for... Really? Oh, avocado oil. Okay, I thought you meant just a whole avocado. I'm like, what are you doing? Haven't got around to trying 3D yet, but I started building Game World. Yay, build a Game World. Do it. What? It's good. I'm telling you, it's going to be a cool tool. It's going to be a cool tool, man. You're going to have a lot of cool games coming out. Oh, ad break. Oh. All right, everybody get coffee. There's an ad break happening. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just going to get coffee. Boop. Not sure if I'm happy with this coffee. Yeah, all right, sorry. It's all right. I made my own cold brew, but it hasn't been sitting there long enough, so it's like it's adequate. Yeah. Jumpy. I am jumpy. I don't know what's gonna happen now. Oh, you know what? If we're doing an ad break, maybe I can find this card and get it the hell out of there. Oh no, if I do it now, it breaks the slideshow. Shh. I'm not gonna remember to do it. I'm gonna be on edge next stream. No, Unreal has landscaping AI tool right now, as well as tree AI. Isn't it weird that all the creative software for artists is now implementing so much AI that basically you don't have to be very creative? Like Adobe is notorious for that, and I'm just like, oh my god, dude! Like, this is supposed to be a whole tool for artists, yeah, but you know, let's just move this along a little bit, you know. What sunscreen SPF does Pauline use? I don't know that she does. What? We don't really go out in the sun a lot. She's got an umbrella, but I don't know. Maybe she should use sunscreen. Also getting ready to move. Learning how hard it is coming to the house and take care of baby. Feed family and sell the house and do this all at the same time. Oh God, that is a lot of work. I don't know. Take one step at a time. You know, that's all you can do. It'll shake itself out. You know. That is a lot of work. If you gave about homebrew has been a wallet saver. Yeah. There you go. Save so much money.
Hola, my little bit of Halloween every day. Jim, love, how have you been, lil dude? Miss you so much.
Hope you're doing
Jim,
well.
happy heart.
How's it going? Hope you're doing well on this Sunday. I know if, where it is where you are, but in May it's particularly cold here. At least where we are, it's freezing. What? Don was like, turn up the heat. I'm like, no. Let's see. Fruit chunks. Does anyone actually like Adobe anymore? I don't think they like it as much as they're being held hostage by it. It's like nobody can get away from it. They're like locked in. They know all the tools and all that other stuff, and they don't want to take the time to relearn something. And believe me, I get that. But I really feel like it's time with all the open source stuff that's out there to move away from Adobe. Everybody, just come on. Yeah. You have to be more creative, see what it bricks. I can make it with bricks of certain, could use kind of complete theme. Mine works best without working with complete stuff, merging things and working with the final outputs. For me, I kind of like the random generation part. Mine knows when the output is good and likes it. Nice. There you go. I don't know. It's fun. Yeah. It's like you're putting things together like a collage. There you go. Got to at least have some kind of designer eye for that as well. Someone on Newgrounds is making an open source alternative to Flash and Animate. You know, if the web would just support Flash again, we'd be all right. But Adobe had to buy that and turn it to Animate, you know. When's that going to happen? And can I use my FLA files and SWFs? I need to use my Swift files, bro. So many free alternatives that the exact same stuff as Photoshop and Illustrator now. Yeah. That's why I'm like, people, and I get it, you don't want to relearn. Like I said, it's an uphill struggle to relearn everything, yeah? Went from Adobe to Affinity, Canva, bought them, and now it's free, called Affinity Studio. Nice. Is it cool? Is it good? Did it got the animations in it? There is something about modern animation software that I like for 2D that I do not like. There's something not gelling for me. I don't know what it is. Which is what? Postal on store? Not Postal 2. What do you mean it doesn't have Postal 2? How does the Switch not have Postal 2? That's the best one. Ugh. Or was that 3? Which is the one that was done by another developer? Yeah, I got Affinity 2. Just haven't had the time to play around with it. Curious. No, now I'm curious. Maybe I'll look it up. Postal 2 has Gary Coleman. Ah, that's the one. What do they have against Gary Coleman? I'm Gary Coleman, man. Did he pass away? Or is he still alive? I feel like he died. But I literally can't remember. Yeah, he's been dead a little while. All right, yeah. No, I feel like he did, but I don't know. Gary Coleman was great in Buck Rogers? Gary Coleman was in Buck Rogers? Died back in 2010. Okay, that's probably why I don't remember. That was a while ago. The TV show. Yeah, I know what Buck Rogers was. I don't remember him even being in there. Welcome, hi. How's it going? Clayton. Thank you. Really? I don't know. Bizarre. I didn't get to see a lot of Buck Rogers when it was out. I probably saw reruns. So, no, we got to see, what's his name? Mr. Lobo was playing V. Remember V? There was that old show where, the guy who played Beastmaster, was it Mark Singer or something like that? V. With the lizard people. Robert Englund was in it. You know, he played a derpy alien guy. It was kind of fun, you know. I haven't seen that in a bit. But... He was a security guard? Huh. Nice. Hamsters. Who eats hamsters? Lobo is a good guy. Lobo is a good guy. Yeah, but dude, V was kind of like... The makeup on that was surprisingly decent for the time period. Yeah, and it had a standard lasers, you know, pew pew. Oh. Michael Ironside, yo, he was in that too. That guy's always good in everything. Aliens in V. Oh, the hamster munch. Okay. That's right, they did. I didn't see that one. I saw the one where the lady ate the bird. You know, she ate a bird. And I was like, don't eat the bird. Okay, that's gone. Oh, man. It's crazy. Do. Oh, that's right. There was a joke about hamster breath. There you go. Yeah, favorite was the original Postal with a prototype of Hatred is Dark Disturbing. Hearing women scream, stab, and Murdy did. It's one of the few things in video games that gets me. That's crazy. No, they came out with a Postal 4. They still make Postal games. There was a first-person shooter one that came out. It's kind of like a Doom-like thing. So there's Postal 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I forget the, what was it called? Brain damage or something? Yeah, I bought 4 when I was like, oh, cool, they're coming out with 4. God, again, I never get a chance to play it. Now it's a sandbox shooter. Yeah, I feel like it needs to have all that weird humor and stuff, you know? But we'll see. I still got to play 4, so I'll get to that eventually. Why do they keep making so many games when they know I haven't finished the ones that I've played? You know? Ugh. That's all devs. All devs across the planet. Stop making games until I can catch up, all right? 100 viewers. Hey, there you go. Nice, really? Hi, everybody. What's up? I didn't know that was a thing. Whoever's calling, thank you. I did another V-Series in early or mid-2000s. Yeah, and they kind of canceled that on a cliffhanger, no less, which is typical. And you got to get 3 and 4. They're on the list. Might be in GOG. They should be on GOG. I know the other ones were. Yeah. Pumpkin does not speak for me, divs. But I'm just complaining about my backlog. You know, it's like because we do so much work that every time like a game comes out, we're like, oh, cool. You know, and I barely have time to do like check-ins with mobile games. It's getting stupid. I think the music derailed a lot of crap because now it's just like we're focused on getting all that out, and that's such a slow roll. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Where do I leave off? Read that. 52, what? To-do list. 259, go. Yeah, somebody literally came out with a game that you have to fight your back catalog or backlog of games. I mean, it's like a shooter. They show up. I think we got it on the news somewhere here, but... 81! Real Max Marvel. Nice. It's funny how Gower Coleman is the answer to which postal game was the best. Isn't that kind of weird? Your backlog is a valuable asset. With how expensive gaming is as a hobby has become. Yeah, it is true, because I ain't getting a new computer anytime soon with the prices. Good. Forgot to check my bingo card. No. All right, let's give the carpal tunnel a rest. Boop. There you go. Crappy tunnel syndrome. Oh, good. Now I can move around. I can move around a little bit better. It's a lot more efficient. Let's see. What do we got here? Let me check my cards. Wow, I still got nothing. Holy crap. Why is this being so difficult, man? Boop, 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 boop. All right. I'm just checking a card to see what I got. All right, let's get some... let's do some news. We got to do some news. Boop. This thing, we got your days, because it is a Sunday. What do we got? We got Constitutional Memorial Day, Japan. Would they bury it? Like, we used to have a constitution, but, never mind. Cross Day. This is where you can be cross with people, so... World Press Freedom Day. Well, it seems that people have enough freedom because they're just making crap up as they go along. Oh, another Constitution Day. So this one remembers the Constitution, and this one actually celebrates it. Okay, National Lumpy Rug Day. What the? Why is this a day? I don't know. Appreciate your lumpy rug, I guess. That should be the name of a cat. Let's call it Lumpy Rug. National Garden Meditation Day. Yeah, like people have gardens. Come on. What? Specially Abled Pets Day. Oh, yeah, like the dogs with like one leg but still do stuff. It's so funny. There's no sun outside. It's a lie. They tipped their hat to the new Constitution and took a bow for the new revolution. There you go. It is the 3rd still, right? Okay, good. National 2 Different Colored Shoes Day. National Paranormal Day. Ooh, spooky. It's spooky. All right. You're going to contact the dead relatives. Now's the day to do it. National Chocolate Custard Day. There you go. Food. National Raspberry Pop Over Day. Pop over? Pop over. Pop over? Oh, okay. No, it's weird. I haven't heard that term in a long time. I know what the hell a pop over is. I thought raspberry pop over is like you just show up at somebody's house and just and then like leave. But it is food and drink. Okay, National Textiles Day. Ooh, those tiles. What else we got here? National Infertility Survival Day. How's that even a thing? Ninja, you got a roll equal to or greater than? Boom. 13. Aw. 2. It's a 2. God. Hey, it's Mother's Day in multiple countries, but not this one. Well, we don't have Mother's Day till like the 15th or something, right? The National Textiles Day, National Infertility Survival Day, right? Yeah, same as the Mother's Day. Great. World Laughter Day. Ha. National Pet Week. Yeah, there you go. Greenery Day. That's tomorrow. Okay. I don't know. There's a bunch of days. I'm gonna go with chocolate custard. But what am I going to do? Icarus Swan, nice. Yeah, when's Mother's Day? Isn't that like in 2 weeks or something like that? In the States. In the States. Now I got to schedule my phone call. All right, what else we got here? This thing, yeah, we already did that. But Crimson Desert. Yo, this is cool. I don't have this game. I've seen a couple people play it. I don't know if I ever will. However, this game dev needs a congratulations for rolling out freaking patches at literally breakneck speed. Do they even sleep?
It's not always
Not
about
always.
pizza, but it should be. Because we need the bread and cheese for our tummies. And if it's not about pizza, then tell me, won't you please, what is the meaning of life?
Pizza.
Pizza.
Nice. Thank you. Bum, bum, bum. This thing, look, the latest patch makes it important changes, blah, 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 how war works. Okay, whatever. But this, thank you. This thing is, these devs have just been pushing out updates like insanely quick. Other devs, why don't you do this? Where's your work ethic, devs? They got a work ethic. They're probably not from the United States. I think they were like Korea, right? I don't know if it says. I don't know. They're in a country where they care about making games. So, I know, man. This is good. I'm not a big fan of the K-pop, but, you know, K-gaming is pretty good. What? Dude, that's crazy. I want more devs to just stop sleeping and finish your game. What else we got here? Gamers are suing Nintendo for tariff refunds. Steve covered this a little bit on Wednesday, but apparently if you're not keeping up with the news, and we're not getting into the politics of it, you know, there was some tariffs implemented, and then they said, no, you can't implement those things. So apparently we got to do some refunds there with the things. But apparently all the companies are getting refunds as opposed to the, you know, consumers that actually paid for the product that had the tariff on it. Weird how that works, huh? Weird how that works. So somebody took it upon themselves to, you know, sue Nintendo and say, hey, you know all that money you're getting in a refund? Well, how about us? How about you give that to us? Because, you know, we paid that. Yeah. So, no, but this is happening across the board. It's like all these companies are getting that tariff refund, but none of that money is going to the consumers that actually had to pay the upcharge on everything because of tariffs. So, yeah, thanks. Thanks. But, you know, Nintendo's no stranger to court, so I guess have fun with that. God. Hey, people into Legos and gaming. Look, Lego unveils Sega Genesis set, and it's super cheap. It's super cheap. Bro, it's a Lego.
Sounds terrifying.
What? Yeah, that's pretty good. I see what you did there. Nice. How's this super cheap? Define super cheap. Lego set Genesis set coming soon. $40. $40. How come in the UK it's actually cheaper? It's $34. What? Well, there you go. Dude, $40 for any Lego set is actually reasonably cheap. Not into Lego, but I kind of want this. Yeah, that's cool. I like when they do weird like things like this, you know? It looks good. It might be fun to put together. I'm not going to do that. Worth more than USD? Yeah, it's kind of weird, right? Zelf, hi. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. We're going through the news. Boom. There you go. GameStop aiming to acquire eBay in massive industry shakeup. Yeah, we'll give you about $3. Dude, I don't want GameStop owning eBay. I do not want GameStop owning eBay. Please. Please, somebody stop this, okay? Because I don't want any of my money going to GameStop. Even if, no. $34.99 UK, that's $47.60 USD. Oh, all right. I guess it's not cheaper then. And GameStop even afford eBay. That's the thing. Where is GameStop getting money? Who is going there and still giving them money? I don't understand it. GameStop is reportedly paid by it off the purchase eBay deal. Deal could transform the famous eBay into an industry behemoth worth over $100 billion. As of today, GameStop is valued around $11 billion. How? How is this? How is GameStop valued at $11 billion? This is why Redditors shouldn't be allowed to buy stock, because this is insane. There is no way. There's no way this company is worth $11 billion. Absolutely no. 11 billion. No way. The retailer has reportedly been quietly building a stake in eBay shares ahead of the offer. eBay is reportedly worth $45 billion, significantly larger than GameStop. The report notes at the start of the year, you know what? eBay should buy GameStop. GameStop provides around the code pay package, better motivate them to increase the company's value, profitability, target $35 billion in stock. Oh God. $1 billion ain't what it used to be, but even if it was, I wouldn't even think GameStop was worth $11 million. Honestly, it's literally a warehouse of Funkos. What am I doing with that? I've been buying off Steve for the past 20 years. That's what I'm saying. I don't even go there for gamer swag. You know, I'm not like, oh, cool, man. Look, I'm going to go to GameStop and pick up a shirt. I don't go there. Well, they got exclusives. I don't care. They're all in small towns with no other way of buying physical games and other things. I mean, I guess, but there's no other way. Like, isn't there like Amazon or Best Buy or anything? .com anything, you know? GameStop needs to be evaluated as trade-in. Give maybe $20 to our credit for the entire franchise. Exactly. According to the Wall Street Journal, reports a strategy part of GameStop CEO Ryan Cohen, master to transform the GameStop brand into a powerhouse. I don't know how. Following this news, eBay shares rose more than 10% in after-hours trading. It's always after hours, isn't it? It's never when the normies have access to it. Well, GameStop shares increased by about 5%. GameStop shares will increase by approximately 30% this year, partly due to the momentum from Cohen's deal-making plans. What are they doing? Let's see. As reported, GameStop is submitting an offer to eBay later in the month, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I don't, like, here's the thing. I know people who are into games, right? Some of you are into games. We kind of into games. Dawn is into games. Every person that I know that's into games, they don't go to GameStop. So I don't know what they did to GameStop to actually make anybody give a flying crap about it. Is it just because of all the Pokemon cards? Is Pokemon literally keeping this afloat? Because I have not stepped inside a GameStop in about 7 years. I'm not even joking about that. I can't even remember the last time I was in one. And when I say in one, there specifically to buy something. I feel like I went in there once to browse. Like there was one in a mall, and I was like, oh, look, they got a GameStop. I walked around for 5 minutes and left. Like, how does this thing survive? That's the question I have. Like, what did this new CEO do to make this a $11 billion company? I feel like I got to research that. No Best Buy, Walmart, and Target are the same thing. GameStop can get you anything fast, and not everybody can afford Amazon, or Amazon can't deliver to their house. I thought Amazon could deliver everywhere. Really? I had no idea that Amazon just wouldn't deliver to you. You know, but then wouldn't they just opt for like regular postal service that will deliver to you? eBay $30, GameStop $50, whenever no one goes. Yeah, I mean that's the other thing. It's like most people, if they were going to buy a physical game, they'd probably get it off of eBay. No one's going to get GameStop. Last GameStop I went to closed shortly after I bought something from there. Amazon is USPS at times. Yeah. So I don't know. It's weird. Again, it's like I don't understand this. I'm assuming Pokemon cards really kind of push things a bit, but you know, they have the grading card system. They're doing that online weird grab bag thing that we discussed, or at least Steve did, and it's a little bizarre. Pokemon people, stop supporting us. Go.
I did it. I finished Digimon Time Stranger, another 4,000 games to go.
All
Lol.
right, you're almost done. Oh my God. Good luck, but at least you made progress. Nice. Thank you. Battlefield 6 adds new options to pre-order microtransactions. Hey, chat, you ever play a game and you just can't wait for that microtransaction? Well, now you can pre-order it. This is the state of gaming right now. So, you know what? Don't worry about not getting the best graphics card and work on your backlog, because what? The evolution of microtransactions will eventually need to be studied one day, as this is a new one for us. With Battlefield 6 Season 3 on the horizon, you can secure your Battle Pass for the new season and be incentivized to do so. Battlefield 6 is still retaining a relatively healthy player, but really? If you're still enjoying Battlefield 6, you might be interested to know that the game's latest microtransaction-based feature, which is almost, which almost beggars belief. What? Does that even work? Okay. If you look about, can I get there? Suggesting next season pre-order. So you can pre-order the next season. As you can see below, what Charlene tells Post, going to pre-order either the normal Battle Pass or Pro upgrade. Wow. You want to pre-order microtransactions. God. Why would you need to offer that? Well, if you're not hemorrhaging money. It's because that's just something you like, whatever. I don't care. I don't play Battlefield, but just know that this is the state of things. Ugh. What else we got? Xbox is rolling out its new logo to consoles. Apparently, after the last decade, personality basically left Xbox's interface. It had no character or not. It was that stupid, very clinical design. I was like, yeah, it's Xbox, got the weird little X in a circle. Whoop-de-doo. All right, whatever. Okay. New person in charge, bringing it back. All right, they're bringing back the old logo. I don't know if that's going to do anything for anybody. But there's other Xbox news, which is actually interesting. We'll get to that. So, I don't know, they're rolling out a new logo. I don't know. Yeah, this looks like something you'd see on Mountain Dew or something like that, right? I think they're probably going to try the nostalgia approach. Like, hey, gamers, remember when the Xbox 360 was absolutely awesome? You know? Okay, yeah, get back to me when you get the Blade menu back, okay? But, I don't know. They got to work on Game Pass and all this other crap. Dehydrated Xbox. Exactly. Bungie doesn't see Marathon going anywhere. We know where we want to take the story over the next few years. Okay, I read this differently. Okay? It's the same sentence. Bungie doesn't see Marathon going anywhere. It's all in tone, because this is my tone. When I first read that, you know, Bungie's all positive, like, oh, we don't see Marathon going anywhere. I'm like, yeah, neither do I. I found that funny. It's a poor choice of words. We don't see Marathon going anywhere. Yeah. See? Tone and text, very important. How about Bungie? Bungie is in it for the long haul. You know, that kind of thing. I don't know. Apparently the story they're trying to... I don't care. I didn't play Marathon. Everyone that seemed to play Marathon stopped playing Marathon. Boop. Teachers! Was this the post that we got? Is this it? Oh, no. This is worse. Look. Ask Jeeves shut down. I already thought it did. But, bro... May 1st was the last day for Ask Jeeves. Last day. High guard devs were also delusional that they could keep their game around for a long haul. Yeah, well, you can blame Jeff Keighley for hyping that game up to the point of being like, oh, it's going to be the best game ever made ever. Yeah, apparently Jeeves was still alive, but is no longer. And, no, you got to think, yo, this is, Internet 1.0, man. You know, this was early search engines. I think even before Google, you know. So that's officially gone. It's officially gone. Ask Jeeves is officially Yeah. I feel like if they took the AI approach and made it like a ChatGPT and brought him back, like AI Ask Jeeves, yo, that would have worked, because then you would have had this like as a little interactive character. That would have worked. You know? And you give him a nice, refined sort of way of speaking to you. Like, oh, hello. You know, I see you're inquiring about this. Blah, 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 blah. Well, here's the information I've gathered for you. You know, you can give him a nice, you know, kind of fun, sophisticated voice. That's what I would have done. Yeah. It'd be like Jarvis. But no, they let him die. Good job, whoever owns that. All right. Oh, this I found it to be a weird story. All right. Hey, for 3D printing people, look. Developer re-enables 3D... I can't read. X-Mariner, 47 moons. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate. Developer re-enables 3D printing features that Bamboo Lab disabled. Firm promptly threatens legal action. Okay, this dude fixed the thing that was broken, right? Look, independent software developer, blah, 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 voluntary, shuttered his, popular Orca Slicer Bamboo Lab thing. I don't know what that does. It slices up the model so they're easier to work with. They said under GitHub that Bamboo Lab threatened with a cease and desist letter that accused him of reverse engineering his software in order to impersonate Bamboo Studios. Lies. He said it was also accused of violating Bamboo's terms of service and bypassing authority controls. Shut up, Bamboo. What? You chose the voluntary blah, blah, blah. Okay, but this thing, right? Orca Slicer Bamboo Lab project, what do you call it? Following legal threats to Bamboo. And it was one of these things. Look, this one man's fight to restore direct control to the popular third-party slicer. There was a third-party slicer. It's a fork of Orca Slicer. Would have allowed users to bypass Bamboo Connect, a middleware application that severely limits Orca Slicer's access to remote printer functions in the name of quote-unquote security. Okay, so basically the Orca Slicer, if you have a large CAD file, it slices it up into manageable pieces so you can put it together later, that kind of thing. Yeah, apparently they don't want that. They don't want you to have good stuff. So, yeah, so basically they did the cease and desist, and this guy, unfortunately, ceased and desist. So that project is gone, but I'm sure somebody backed it up somewhere. Oh, God. Something almost fell. I keep messing things up. Gotta watch where I put my foot. I'm gonna rip out a cable. Just don't buy a Bamboo printer. Yeah, it's kind of weird. So I'm not happy about that. I don't like when people... And the thing is, look, This person's like, look, I explicitly pointed out that according to Bamboo Labs' own explanation, the reason the method still worked was simply that they had not disabled that path yet. In other words, the behavior they objected to was, by their own description, still possible within the Linux side workflow they had not yet changed. So basically, they left something open, and this person's like, oh, I could use that. They didn't change anything. It was still available. You just had to know how to get it. Yeah. So, Bamboo, go to hell. Boop. MERL. I don't even think I went through any of this. What do we got here? Yo, we had this happen to us. Look at this. Difference between a tin pan and silicone pan. I know nothing about baking, but this I understand. Because we made carrot cake, right? And we didn't have a pan to make an actual cake, so we had little muffin trays, right? We had a tin tray, and now we had a silicone tray, right? So I had to turn all this mix into muffins. So we mixed muffins. The silicone ones, they came out schmo. Yo, tin ones, boom, big. It's crazy. Boo-da-boo. Why does this happen? I know the silicone doesn't get as hot, so this kind of makes it better. But there you go, right? So I guess if you're going to make muffins or something like that, use a tin. You know, it's a completely different world from the silly foam. Yeah. Which was better? They both tasted the same. Like, I mean, it kind of did.
Heat distribution.
I know, heat distribution. But here's the thing about that. I was lazy, and I just used the silicone ones because I could pop them out. You know, they're very flexible, and you could just pop them. Yeah. Which didn't really help because they still kind of stuck to the bottom anyway. So, yeah, these were just better. Yeah. Again, they both tasted the same. It's just they didn't puff up as much. So they were technically were a little bit more denser, but yeah, whatever. Just something to know if you're ever into baking. What you do is line the tin with silicone. What? Oh, come on, dude. I don't want an extra step. You're lucky I'm whisking things. All right. Here we go. This is the interesting Xbox thing. Microsoft highlights fan voting site as Xbox VP, Vice President, calls on players to choose which classic games should return via backwards compatibility. This is recent. Now, remember they had the backwards compatibility program? They're bringing it back. This I can get behind. Let's go. Because there's literally a whole website. Boom. Xbox, come on, I'm trying to give you a win here. Well, there was a website. Oh, God. Xbox, you're killing me. You're killing me, Xbox. All right. Well, I guess we'll figure... Xbox, my God. Where is this? Let's just look here then. Maybe this will have a... All right, there you go. Microsoft highlights fan voting, blah, 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 blah. Okay, backwards compatibility is still a hot topic, whether it's worth the effort or not, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so they confirmed that backwards compatibility efforts would return, and here it is. It's actually doing it. So there's a whole list of games on the website that should work. You know, Xbox. Yeah, I'm going to try it again. I'm going to stop it. I'm just going to wait. We're going to sit in the darkness. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Waiting for this page to load again. Bro! Unbelievable. Go.
Hi, it will press and everyone. Jim, hi, Jim, Dancy, Jim, Dance.
Adam, 70 moons. Hope you're doing well. Hi. Oh, man. No, I hate that. It's like I try to go out of my way. You know, I've been complaining about Xbox and all the crap, and then they do something nice. And I'm like, oh, cool, look what they're doing. It's like, oh, yeah, here's the emptiness. Here's the emptiness of sorrow.
Wait, isn't that what Game Pass is all about? To be able to play older games on the current system?
Yeah, but this is to make more games backwards compatible, because they go through a whole process of making backwards compatible games and blah, blah, blah. To make sure that they validate and work on new hardware. And it's a bit, and they're not going to put that effort into it if it's not something people want. So this website that's supposed to be loading, you can vote on whatever games that, you would actually want to be backwards compatible. So, because I peeked at it beforehand, a lot of Transformer games are basically in the lead, plus Jet Set Radio Future and Skylanders. I mean, I don't know. But since they own Activision, I feel like it would be pretty easy to get Skylanders on there. It's not like you got licensing issues. Yeah, that kind of thing. I just don't know if they'd be able to make those portals compatible with newer consoles. Wouldn't that just be like a firmware update, or they would have to sell like a whole new portal? This is why I still own all my old consoles. Exactly. I don't know, but it is what it is, and it's still not loading. So, good job, Xbox. Assassin's Creed Invictus is reportedly terrible and could be canceled. Here we go. Ubisoft just keeps racking them up, right? It's like they're getting a collection of bad PR. It's like, gotta catch them all, right? Holy crap, dude. What are you doing? All right. So they're working on this game, and apparently, according to people that have insider infos, officially greenlit in 2022, blah, blah, blah. Duper. A bunch of French. Where's the quote here? Taking to social media, XX Jonathan, a French Assassin's Creed insider, reported that playtests that concluded last month, April 30th, were absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible. Look, things are so bad that, per the insider, there's a good chance it will be delayed or even canceled. For reference, the title is expected to release at some point in 2026, though that has not been outright confirmed. Now, this wouldn't be the first time that, as reported on negative feedback surrounding Invictus, January's report said developer classified the title as appalling. Oh my God. Appalling. They don't believe in it at all, and they're all disgusted to be working on this garbage. That's harsh. And this is rumor mill stuff, so yeah, take it with a grain of salt, but considering what happened with the Prince of Persia remake that literally got scrapped like 2 weeks before it was supposed to come out, my hopes in anything that Ubisoft ever does is pretty low. It's up there with EA right now, like EA, Ubisoft, and what's the other company that is just utterly atrocious when it comes to games and microtransactions and crap like that? Yeah. No, Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resync, that'll definitely come out. That I feel like is pretty much at the finish line, but so is Prince of Persia. So don't get your hopes up on this. Boop. Yet another live service shooter has failed post-launch. Oh my God. No. What is this even? Flag, as if I didn't know what that was. Okay, thanks. I have that font, by the way. Come on. What game is this? It's a day ending in the letter Y, which means that there's undoubtedly another live service game released into the ether. What, Last Flag? What the hell's Last Flag? All right, well, apparently a game called Last Flag was... there you go. That, I get it now. There it is, Flag. So, Last Flag, a game I didn't even know existed, came and went in... How long is this? Look, 5 years ago, we set out to build a game that captured the fun of playing real life, captured a flag. Yeah, everyone already has Halo for that. Thanks. A statement, released on Discord read, as an indie studio, we knew that we couldn't possibly match the pace and scale of a AAA competition, so we didn't build a live service free-to-play game. Oh, you want to charge people for a game that's like a free-to-play? Ends new content development 2 weeks after launch. Ends new content development after 2 weeks. It's been 2 weeks. Look, we didn't build a live-action service free-to-play game. Our hope was that we could find a sustainable audience by offering a competitive game, a complete game experience at an affordable price, one with no battle passes or microtransactions. Oh, now see? And I feel bad for laughing about the pre-orders of the Battlefield 6 microtransaction. I could pre-order a microtransaction right now. God. A complete game experience, affordable price, microtransaction, and to win over players by making it with heart and doing it our way. Yeah, that doesn't work anymore. Trust me. We're in the field of the arts, and heart and soul, it doesn't count for much anymore. Or it's a good attempt though. If you've been following the Steam charts, you already know that Last Flag has been unable to find the audience it needs to give all of you experiences you deserve. But that doesn't mean we're about to throw in the towel. Oh, they got hope. Nice. Financial reality of our situation means we're unlikely to be able to support additional development, including consoles for now. Beyond some upcoming patches, however, the game will not be shutting down. Okay, it's not shutting down. Okay, that's good. And we hope that these updates bring you more value and control. Some of the things you can look forward to in the next few months include our 10th character, 10 characters, a new map, a brand new game mode, cosmetics, leaderboard, and much more.
Just what we need. Another battle royal in an overstuffed market.
That's the problem. And I think since they started 5 years ago, they said. Thank you. 5 years ago, they were working on this. So even then, there were a lot of battle royale type games, and I guess they wanted to get some of that Fortnite buzz. I mean, it's got a similar type style, it's kind of cartoony, but not terrible. So it's like people get into it and they'll invest a ton of money trying to be the next Fortnite. And even the thing is now, Fortnite's not making as much money as they would like. Like there's battle royale fatigue, man. You had other ones coming in there. You had Apex Legends, you had Arc Raiders, all this other stuff. And eventually people do want to move on. It'll go back to a game for nostalgia, and then, the lobby will just be filled with, hackers and aimbots. But, they only last for so long. I'm honestly surprised Fortnite's still around. But to their credit, they at least tried to keep it fresh with new maps and events and all that other stuff. I don't know how an indie studio is going to be able to do that. Yeah. More like Team Fortress 2, but Team Fortress 2 is free, so it's got stiff competition. Yeah, and coming out with a game like this and expecting people to pay for it, I know it would be great if they did, but these automatically have to launch as free-to-play with optional cosmetics, because that's just how these games survive, unfortunately, because we've all gotten so used to it. Everyone's gotten used to like, oh, it's free and I'll play it, but this character looks cool. That kind of thing. Literally getting somebody to pry open their wallet to buy a game now is the biggest hurdle, especially if a game that's going to be multiplayer. Unless you got that quote unquote friend slop, games like Peak or whatever, they're reasonably priced. They were made quickly. Everybody loves them for a little bit of time, and then people move on. And that's the thing. That's the value. That's the like, hey, let's go get together and play this game for a little bit. Yay. I know something like this. It's tricky, but I don't know. Hopefully it'll get a foothold. If it's any good, it might. People will visit it. And how much is it? Like, I don't know how much it costs. Last Flag. I'll look into it more. But you know what? Maybe look into it. Because I don't know if it's going to be good. I don't know if it's bad. Come on, indie developers. Like $15? Oh, that's pretty. That's reasonable. There's an upcoming indie that makes you fight unplayed games from your back catalog.
Fortnite has so much Wally money they can keep buying IPs.
Yeah, not anymore though. After raising the price of V-Bucks, they're running out. Like every time they get a character in there, they got to license it. That's a ton of money. It all adds up. That's literally what it used to be to call the multiplayer games. People just assume they're dead because of the rival cause of it. Yep. I don't put much stock in the character appearance. I'm wearing mismatched gear. Wow. Yeah, right. Shit. Okay, this thing. Again, this doesn't look great visually, but you have all these little floppy disks coming at you. And, they say how many hours you had on there and look how much it cost. And then you got to fight all these games in like this arena. It's a little weird. How will that work? No, they just show up as little placeholder things that you got to fight. I don't know. It might be fun. I think there's like a wish list stage for this right now. Deal a lot of damage. We're gonna backlog pesky battle for flying enemies. So yeah, you just got your old games attack you essentially. That actually might be fun because, you know, if you're attacked by a game that you didn't even know you had, especially, you know, all the free ones that they give out, you know, like, oh my God, I didn't even know I had this game. What is this? Yeah. I guess if you have a large collection of spicy games, you probably don't want to play this on stream. You imagine just somebody's got all these weird anime games and it's just like, oh my God, I'm fighting, I don't know, boob, whatever. I'm trying to think of a name. Boob from another universe. No, I didn't want anybody to know I had that. All right, so no, that's out there, but I guess stream carefully. Don't use my GOG collection. They're super cheap. I don't check those too. Yeah. That's a game? What, the sex with that guy 4? That can't be a game. BMX Triple X. I feel like that shouldn't be a bad thing. That was on like regular consoles. A waifu game Revenge. It's weird. I'm a little rusty. No, there was a time we got gifted a bunch of games from, I don't know, somebody who was like, hey, you know, you remember when you were doing a podcast and Begley was all like, oh, there's this game and blah, blah, blah. People were like, here's a code for this spicy game. I'm like, I can never play this. So at this point, I don't even know what the hell's in my library. Not here. Well, I just assumed that was made up if there was 4 of them. Nobody makes 4 of those. Did somebody make 4 of those? There's a strip club scene in it. Oh, please. Come on, dude. There was really 4 of them? No, I'm not going to look it up. It exists. Oh, my God. Who wants... Whatever. Internet. I shouldn't be surprised. All right, let's go back to games that don't have the H guy in it. This is... Wow. What? Okay. This is just not acceptable. Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight's beefy PC specs aren't going down well. Apparently the specs for this were pretty big for Lego. Look at that. Even when I forgot what TT Games, what was it called? It stands for something. Whatever. Reduced the recommended RAM from 32 gigs to 16. PC players were baffled by how intense the specs were for a Lego game. A feeling that's come back in force in the final specs. It is a Lego game. All right, here's what people... Oh, they had a copyrighted music? I wonder if we got a copy of that. We might. That was on the original Xbox or original, PlayStation 2? No. But this... All right, I will say... If anybody played, what was it? The Lego Worlds, right? That game was struggling on the first Xbox One. And it's because there was so many blocks. There were so many blocks. Like every block is its own thing. It's its own data. So I can see how a Lego game could have a ton of, system requirements. But how much destruction's happening here? Because I feel like that's, I don't know. Maybe it is just super intensive. Hold on, I got things. Nah, just got to readjust. Let's see. Earlier today, the final Lego Batman Twitter page revealed, let's see, Lego specs 4K. Who's playing this at 4K? Based on previous specs. All right. Well, yeah. You got to have, let's see, an SSD, 50 gigabytes of storage. Really? You need an i5 at least or a Ryzen 5. 16 gigs of RAM, SSD, 50. That's crazy. That's to run at low 1080 at 30 frames a second. And that's with frame gen. So I guess AI assisted frames. Dude, that's crazy. That's crazy. We're talking about Batman Lego game. Apparently the specs are stupid for this thing. I gotta let Dawn know because she was looking into it. I'm just like, yeah, maybe not. Like, dude. Okay, you know, an i5 and Ryzen 5 aren't out of the realm of possibility. 16 gigs of RAM, that's almost standard in a lot of gaming, like, laptops. You know, 50 gigs of storage, all right, fine. Games are getting bigger, fine. But having all this run at 1080 at 30 frames a second with frame generation enabled, that is a lot. That's a lot going on there for what you're getting out of it. Yeah. Not happen.
Let's freaking go. Card battle.
Got card battle.
Card battle.
Tech Sentient, you got to roll equal to or greater than 15. Shiny. 5. That's all right. It's a shiny. Exclamation reroll.
Card battle.
You get another shot with a shiny. Bum, 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 bum.
Card battle.
10. Oh, God. Well, if you added them up, you would have tied, but that doesn't count. But you know what? We get to call, we'll call Shiny. Yeah, I got Shiny card battle. We could call Spicy. That's a little spicy. So there you go. You know what? You got 2 out of that, though. So, you know, they may not be the numbers that you want, but they are numbers, and they do not help me at all. God. Unbelievable. All right, let's get back to this weirdness. All right, so Batman is not going to be very friendly for people. Ugh. All right, what else we got here? Oh, yeah, yo, where's Timmy? No, yo, Rockstar is looking for a game developer. Look, Rockstar is on the lookout for a talented senior gameplay programmer with a passion for game development. You will be working as part of a small but experienced team, ideally taking responsibility for one or more classic game technology areas and stepping outside your comfort zone to work in other areas as necessary. And this is for Rockstar. More Rockstar Games remasters could be on the way. What? Dude, remastering. You know, dude, anytime, Rockstar wants to remaster an old game, let's go. Let's do it. Come on, man. Give me GTA 4. You know? GTA 4 was fun. Yeah. But, dude, all that. Let's go. Nice. All right, know what's happening. If you are a, I don't know, senior gameplay programmer. We need to hire you to replace 5 people. Yeah, I don't like this term. The stepping outside your comfort zone to work in other areas as necessary. Do you really want to be a senior gameplay programmer and then have to do like modeling for somebody's eyeball? You know, it's like. All right, what else we got here? Gaming. I think I pulled some stuff out of here. What do we got? All right, GTA boss refuses to commit to price as $100 price tag. Rumors loom large. Okay. GTA 6. Everyone's speculating that's going to be a $100 game when it comes out. Everybody's, yeah. And the boss is like, we're not going to commit to that. We don't know. We don't know. We can't say anything. You know, what are they doing? Are they being like shifty there? Are they sidestepping the issue? What's going on? I would say GTA 6, if it came out on $100, and I very rarely say this, I want all games to be $20. Can we not have this guy point this at my head? Or Pauline's? Okay. No, it makes me a little unsettled. Whatever. I know it's just an image. Fine. I would say out of all the games that probably deserves a $100 price tag would probably be GTA 6. I don't want it to be $100, but if it did come out at $100, I wouldn't be surprised. And in my brain, I would rationalize as that being acceptable. Because for all the games Rockstar has been putting out, They've all been good.
At least they were cool not to do what Borderlands did for BL4. The fan will pay the price.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no, they won't. Dude, that was ridiculous. But yeah, I mean, hopefully it'll just be like a $60 game like every other one. But, you know, between Red Dead Redemption 2, any of the GTAs, you know, 4 or 5, you know, even Max Payne 3 was a decent game. So I have faith in the company to come out with something that is, you're definitely going to get your money's worth out of it. Because if anyone's ever played GTA 5, that game is still freaking supported, and you probably just bought it for $60. You know, and you got years of gameplay out of that. $100, sure, yeah. But don't raise it because I said that. Make it $60. Okay, variety is crazy here, dude. Look at this. Somebody did a picture of this. Look, it's like I think Best Buy. Look at this. It's just Dead Space, Dead Space, Dead Space. Look at that. Look at Lost Soul, Dead Space, Metaphor, NHL, Funko Fusion. Shadow, Assassin's Creed, you got Monster Hunter. Look at that. Civilization. Look, Dead Space, Dead Space. Dead Space, Dead Space, Dead Space. What is this? More Dead Space, Dead Space. Look at this. Dead Space, Dead Space, Dead Space. Anything else? No. This is why people don't buy physical anymore. I don't know if it's Walmart or Best Buy or whatever. Maybe Walmart. This is crazy to me. Like, why even bother? Why even have a section? That is a lot of Dead Space. I guess Dead Space wasn't doing so good. Everyone bought Dad Space instead. What? The Pragmata. What? People like that game. All right, well, whatever. Hummus. All right, do the cases even have discs? I'm sure they do. They were in plastic cases. Yeah. Hummus made from moon-grown chickpeas might be on the menu for future lunar residents. Look at this. Researchers successfully grew and harvested chickpeas in simulated moon dirt with a little help from worm poop and a beneficial fungus. However, they're still testing whether legumes are safe to eat. Yo, we getting space hummus. Space hummus. Bro. I don't know, modern technology. Yeah, all right, we're moving forward in the horticultural arts there. Yeah. What? Aliens probably would like hummus. But will it be chocolate? I don't know. We gotta start trying to grow some cocoa beans on the moon. See what happens. I just thought it was interesting. This other thing, I am both astounded and aggravated at the same time. And I feel like we're gonna wait till chat gets back for this, because some people are stuck in an ad break right now. So it is science-y. What do we got? That was that thing. Let's see what else is going on in gaming while we're on this topic. Refresh. What do we got? The GameCube's octagonal thumbstick gate should be way more popular. I feel like that is a good idea. Yeah, because especially if you're playing a fighting game and you kind of got to lock it in. That was a decent design. You know, you just I don't know if like trying to do that half turn is terribly smooth. They probably have a patent on it and they don't let anybody use it, so it just sits there and dies. What else we got here? What is that? Current experiment, rocket to the moon. This guy just keeps modding everything. That's pretty fun though. I can only watch so much of it. Yeah, I gotta watch it. Hey, Raisin 1. AC Unity, what? I can't read. AC Unity still looks insane almost 12 years later. 12-year-old game, chat. 12-year-old game. Come on, bro. All right, what else we got? After losing my right arm, I refused to quit gaming and designed my own one-handed controller. Let's go. Yo, that's pretty cool. Yo, we got to show this to Don. Look at that. Dude, they made their own one-handed controller. What? That's amazing. See, this is what I like, stories like this where they're like, yeah, you know what? I'm still going to game. I don't care. People are like, what are you talking about? Hey, Hank 1. Nice. All right, people should be coming back, so we'll go back to this right there. All right. Let me know when everyone gets back from ads. Because the next thing is astoundingly perplexing for me. Like, I don't understand what's coming up. Hey, everybody who's back from the break, hi. All right. This thing. All right, we'll highlight this later. Look at this. Look at it. You got a little kid here. FDA approves the first ever gene therapy for deafness, which aims to restore hearing in kids with a rare inherited condition. Okay, that's pretty cool. Does anybody agree that this is not cool? Or that's exceedingly cool? So would anybody say that this is bad? Any of this? So it's a particular type. It's a particular type. Out of people who are deaf, it makes up 2% of people who are deaf within the deaf thing, from what I read here. Not related to the one you looked at a few weeks ago. Yes, but there's a development here. Okay? The agency's decision is based on a result from a clinical trial in which a treatment improved hearing in 80% of the pediatric patients. However, this is the part. However, deaf community advocates worry about the push to cure hearing loss. Okay, let me read that again. However, deaf community advocates worry about the push to cure hearing loss. Here we go. And I had to highlight the quote here. Yeah, surprisingly, I did go through the article. While advancements are being made in this field, the efforts have been criticized by members of the deaf community who say gene therapy will make deaf people an endangered species. Okay, turn subtitles on because I'm curious here. If anybody is deaf, wouldn't you want the entirety, 100% of the human species to be able to hear? Who wants more deafness? Look, for the signing and deaf community to continue to exist, I got to say, why would you want to perpetuate deafness on future generations so your status quo remains the way it is? That is insane to me. Look, we need to have a critical mass of people. Look, this is super important. They literally say, for our community to continue to exist, we need to have a critical mass of people. Are you kidding me? Because look, and here's the thing. As somebody who's got some jacked up hearing right now, everything is super sensitive. Everything literally hurts my ears. Everything's painful. Okay. So I would love to be able to hear normally. Okay. I would love that. That would be super cool. I'm not going to worry about, man, what's going to happen to the group of people that have, issues with hearing that I identify with now. I would love go.
Because if you cure deafness, they don't get to be special anymore.
Yeah, but then if you treat them like they're special, then some of them get offended anyway. So it's just like, what are we doing? This is astounding to me. Because here's the thing, I don't care what ailment or whatever that I would have, if there's a disability, whether it happens later in life or you're born with it, I don't want anybody to be deaf. If I was a deaf person, I wouldn't want other people to be deaf just so the deaf community could still be deaf and have more deaf people. Why would you want that? Why would you? This is absolutely psychotic. It really is. Like, if that's your definition, and you're essentially saying, because this is how I'm reading it, and correct me if I'm wrong. Hey, I could be misinterpreting.
They're worried that hearing impaired assistance will diminish because of how rare it is?
No, because it's still there. It's already well established. And they might pull back certain things here and there as fewer and fewer people need it. But that would happen with anything. if you don't have, if say hypothetically, if somebody is blind and they don't exist, like blind people in general,
If you offend them, they can't hear. Lol.
they have subtitles. The thing is though, it's like if somebody's blind and blindness is cured, yeah, regardless of age. So there's no walking sticks. You don't need them anymore because nobody needs them. If something happens where somebody does become blind and it can't be cured, they still have walking sticks. You know what I'm saying? They will still have, seeing eye dogs. They'll still be there. Maybe in not such great quantities, but it bothers me that somebody's first reaction was to say, no, don't cure deafness because we need more deaf people. That's scary. That's absolutely scary, that mentality. And, if you're in the deaf community, look, I get it. You don't want any of those services to diminish or go away, but you have those now. And in the future, if some deafness is actually cured through gene therapy, don't stand in its way. Like, what? Like that? Oh. So this kind of, bothers me. It's like, what happens if the number of deaf people dwindles to a low enough point? What is the impact of that technology then? It would be more niche. That's just the way, that's what happens. It's a numerical fact. Like, that's just how things math out, You're not going to have 100,000 seeing eye dogs for one person that can't see, and I get that, but that person should still have the ability to get assistance if they need it. But it's essentially making sure that it's not sitting right with me. That's the problem. What, you think it's the hearing aid industry that's behind this? Yeah, you can't be curing things because then, we won't be able to make hearing aids. Let people hear, I know it's like, it's again, like I would love to be able to hear normally and, to want gene therapy to be halted because it would diminish the number of deaf people. You're not thinking right. Look, say a historian in medical technology and disability at the University of Victoria, Canada, NPR, Rob Lever says that gene therapists seem to reinforce the idea that deafness should be eradicated. We're saying, oh, deafness is a problem and we must fix that. If I was deaf, I would like somebody to fix that. Yes, that's what they're saying. Because you're born with a certain amount of senses. If one of them isn't working, you'd want it fixed. Yes, you would want deafness, you would want blindness fixed. I didn't even get that far. I stopped here, so I don't even know what else is going on here. Did AI write this? This is supposedly a quote from the University of Victoria in Canada. Jaipreet Verdi, a historian of medicine, technology, and disability at the University of Victoria in Canada. Canada's got their own set of problems right now. NPR's Rob Stein, blah, blah, blah. It's still, for some people, such treatments have brought life-changing joy. Wow, imagine that, life-changing joy. Sarah Smith's young son, Travis, participated in Regenerons, which sounds like a evil corporation you get in Resident Evil. It was the evil corporation Regeneron. They wanted to cure hearing, and all of a sudden, every child turned into a bat with super hearing. But I don't know. Trials, what? She tells NPR about 3 months after he received a therapy, she was driving while Travis slept in the back seat. Right. Suddenly, thank you for the follow. Suddenly, she laughed loudly and woke him up. The first time that it ever happened. She laughed loudly and the kid woke up. That was like the most surreal moment a mother can feel when your son first hears your voice, Smith says. Yeah, how dare you cure that? You know, how dare you allow a son to hear their mother's voice? Because this is. Can somebody check into them? Like this quote unquote historian of medicine. The whole point of the history of medicine is finding an ailment, an issue, or some kind of ability that has been diminished, but either by birth or circumstance, and fix it. At this point, you might as well say, well, people don't need prosthetic legs. That's the mentality. Oh, having only one leg is a problem. I guess we got to fix that. Yeah, I guess so. I guess we do. This is a person? This is a historian? Do they actually have like a PhD? Because I can't imagine any educated person thinking that it's okay to not try to fix deafness or blindness or anything for that matter. Caper High. Sorry, you walked in on a heavy thing here. They're apparently trying to cure deafness, and apparently, I can't imagine all people in the deaf community are outraged by this, but some are. Rich people don't need all that fancy medicine. What? We don't have enough of what comes to what waves of color, right? But dude, these are just standard things. Yeah. I don't know. I don't get the mentality, and I'll say from a psychological standpoint, if you define yourself by your abilities, disabilities, differently ableness, or whatever, the fact that somebody might be able to cure it is, instead of being happy about it, you're taking it as an attack on your ego because you're defining yourself by, hypothetically, deafness, right? So if you define yourself by a particular group, and that, whether you consider it an issue or not, deafness, blindness, or whatever, somebody takes that identity away from you, you're going to be offended. But I would say for a historian who should have more of a logical, less emotional view of things, you should, that's the whole thing. You know how many people have disabilities that don't let that, drag them down? Joggers who have 2 prosthetic legs, that kind of thing. It's like, yeah, they might be an amputee for some reason, and that's part of their life, but they don't define themselves by it. If somebody says we can regrow your leg, do you think they're going to get offended by it? No. It worries me that there's that mentality. It really does. So, and again, for everybody who may read this, we do have hearing issues. Like IRL, we literally have hearing issues. Like talking hurts, okay? And it's only going to get worse. I could be deaf one day. I don't know, right? So no way to fix it, at least not yet. But guess what? This comes around and it can normalize my hearing where everything isn't a screeching death sentence in my head. Then what am I going to do? Say no? I define myself by having my hearing hurt. No, fuck that. Fix it. It's super, it's sad. It really is kind of sad. It's like there's a portion of people that don't want science moving forward because whatever. But hey, Waxheads, Dawn played this. She played a demo of this. Waxheads, basically you wrote a record company, right? You wrote, record store. And you're getting, whatever, music for things. Dawn said I should play this. But break out the 4Y Records guy for that, But I feel like we would be very surly and obnoxious. Like, what is this? What is this? What's this person saying? What do we got here? Where's my pictures? Oh, I just had pictures there. Where are they? Go back. Oh, great. So it's either small or absolutely... All right, what do we got here? Announcement, blah, blah, blah. Hank said he left a note on it. Oh, he left a note on it. Good. Good for him. What do we got? I demand a very good bargain. Oh, absolutely free by getting the bleep out. There you go. This is going to be my responses. I demand a very good bargain. Get out of here. Oh, look, you got a little ghost on a cup. Look. We got Warden. What else we got here? Come on, let's see. What's this? What's this? Like you do have a new Mimi album, right? No, I don't. Get out. Oh.
You would be a Beethoven but with drawings. Just make them bouncy and they won't care what they sound, little JK.
All right. Just make them bouncy. I'll get somebody else to add the bouncy sound effects. Come on, would you stop? Let's see. Right. Enough yapping. Let's get this store open, eh? No, we're going to let them wait outside. I did that when I had to open up a record store. It would be like, you got to open up at 9 o'clock. I'd be there at like 9:15. People would be like poking at their watch. And I would just put up a sign where it would be like, yeah, we got a problem. It was like usually a slow day, like Sunday mornings. Management didn't care. They were literally doing lines of coke in the office. They didn't care if it was opened or not. Boop. All right, nostalgia. There you go. That's our regular show. I like that. Yeah. So hopefully that will be a good game. I'll think about it. Look at that. Found in my movies, bro. You kids don't know how difficult it was to rent a movie. Here's the thing that was weird about Netflix, and I just thought about this today. Back in the day, when there was a Blockbuster or something like that, you got into your car, you went to your Blockbuster, and 70% of the time they had the movie you wanted. For some reason, we said, you know what? Let's make this a mail-in service. They would literally mail you a DVD in the mail as a rental, and you would send it back when the hell ever. You know how long that took? Like, even if you were near a center that got them out quickly, it was still like 1 to 2 days. So basically, you had to wait like 2 days to get a DVD in the mail when you could have just picked it up in about 15, 20 minutes if you had a Blockbuster, right? And then you had to watch it and send it back as opposed to just dropping it off. And now the cool thing was, yeah, you didn't have late fees because, you kind of subscribe. Hey, Spider-One. Yeah, but it's so weird. Like, we made it more inconvenient, and then streaming made it more convenient. But there was a more inconvenient time between going out and renting something and then waiting for, Fast and the Furious to show up in the mail. Sometimes they send one that couldn't play. Yeah, it's like the disc had to be resurfaced or something. Spider High, what's up? I don't know. It was dark times, though. All right. I didn't know this was a thing. 40 years ago today, Dr. Ruth and Ozzy Osbourne hosted Friday night videos on NBC. And you wouldn't know what to look from Dr. Ruth there, but apparently they were a sex doctor. They talked all about the sex. That was the funny thing. I was like, the old lady's talking about sex. Listen to her. But these two together in the same room, I actually kind of want to go see that. Because that's like, I got to find that somewhere. Dude, you imagine? It was like 40 years ago. What NBC? Wait, NBC had Friday night videos? I didn't even know they actually played, like, videos on regular network television. That's insane. Well, no, it existed. I don't know. Maybe it's in lost media or something. Boop. All right, what do we got here? Hey, this Burger King in Brooklyn. I feel like we saw this one, but it popped up again. Dude, hey, you want a nostalgia trip? You go to Brooklyn there. Brooklyn, New York. Look at this.
Got to hydrate because I need some
I'll
water.
do it.
I gotta keep the pipes hydrated.
Right after I look at Burger King. Yo, Burger King. Boom. Look at this place. It's all, they didn't change it. At all. Probably since, 97? Early 2000s? Bro. Look, they even left the graffiti on the windows. God. Really, guys? Clean that. There's literally graffiti on the windows. Oh, no, I dropped my taco. Something falls off screen. Hold on. No, I gotta get it. That's dimly lit. That looks a little sus right there. Hold on, I gotta call it. Something falls off screen. It happens. All right, land, let me hydrate. Hydrating. Boop, 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 boop. All right, got all that, got all that. Should be good. Boom. There you go. Winner, Faulty Poet. Nice. You're just waiting for me to drop something. Fine. Boop. Thrift store hauls. I don't know. What do I got? 2000 nostalgia. I don't know. What is it? Oh, Resident Evil. All right. There's a new trailer for the Resident Evil. I can't show it here because, you know, YouTube has all sorts of problems. Lock dog, you got to roll equal to or greater than 10. What is with these rolls today? What is with the rolls? Ugh. Hurts me. Resident Evil. Thank you. All right. I saw this trailer again. I'm not going to play it here because YouTube issues, all that stuff. This is not very Resident Evil to me. It looks like it's a good horror movie, but not a Resident Evil movie. The thing is, it's from what I read, it takes place on the periphery of Resident Evil 2. The periphery. That's like somewhere else completely, and it's just got a bunch of people you don't know, and it's just called Resident Evil because Resident Evil. Like, why? So, let's see, start job, blah, blah. Footage, duper. Major tonal shift from the slower, dread-soaked atmosphere associated with the earlier games, blah, blah, blah. Footage leans heavy into panic and momentum. All right. Much more, blah, blah, blah. You got a bunch of bloody hands. All right. Previous films. Yeah. I'd say I have my hopes up for it as a horror movie, but not a Resident Evil movie, if that makes any sense. Again, watch the trailer. You'll pick up on what I'm saying. You're gonna be like, how's this a Resident Evil movie? Could we just make a Resident Evil movie that's got, like, you know, Leon Kennedy in it and all that other stuff, and we could actually make a Resident Evil movie? All the characters are there. Can we just do that? If we're going to reboot something, then just do it the right way. Gremlins. The Gremlins. Yo, yo, yo. Joe Dante screened a never-before-seen assembly cut of Gremlins, ? All right, this is interesting. Everybody who liked Gremlins? Yeah, Gremlins was a good movie. It came out like a long time ago, right? Okay, here's the thing. This version of Gremlins, it's nearly revealed assembly cut of Gremlins was created late in 1983. The assembly cut runs approximately 2 hours and 35 minutes. It's about an hour longer than the theatrical version released in June 1984. An hour. It's an hour longer. The released film later became regarded as an 80s classic. Rumors about a longer cut circulated for years. Joe Dante only confirmed its existence this year. Dante provided the only known surviving version, his personal VHS copy, to the Gremlins Museum. The archive is operated by Gremlins collector and fan Ian Grant. Grant spent months cleaning up the footage, digitizing the tape, preparing it for presentation. Thank you. I appreciate. Thank you. The cut includes unseen character arcs, like a literal whole character arcs, alternate takes, extended Gremlins sequences. In this version, the first Gremlins does not appear until roughly 1 hour into the film. Well, if they're all character arcs for characters we never see, then I could see why they just cut that out. But all right. The bar chaos sequence lasts 10 plus minutes. Oh, God. The Gremlins are shown walking. Phoebe Cates' famous Christmas monologue is absent. Really? Huh. I don't know if that's good or bad. No, the whole thing's, the monologue's absent. It's weird. Unless that's the first part of the movie where they have the character arcs. Instead of summoning up in a sentence, like, can we take this 20-minute segment and just make it a little monologue? Thought they described the screening as unusual, noting the filmmakers rarely visit and publicly shows unfinished archival material, warts and all. But that's cool, dude. There's an extra hour of Gremlins out there that completely, makes the viewing different. Hopefully they'll release it somewhere and, do a proper presentation of it, like for people and not at some film festival I never get to attend. All right. Dude, an extra hour? Come on. That's crazy. I like this weird rediscovered crap. And I'm glad freaking Joe Dante kept a VHS copy of it somewhere. And they're like, yeah, this is like literally the only known copy. The only known copy. Dude, that's crazy. You're literally archiving on a thread there. Where it's like, that's the only one in existence until you digitize it. And they did. So, what was his name? Ian Grant, I think. Ian Grant, thank you for doing that. All right, just make sure fans get it. All right, because I know you're a fan, but other people out there would like to see it. All right? Just saying. Nice. Boop. Oh, yeah, we just talked about this. 2.5 hour cut. Oh, my God. What else we got here? Oh, how 007's, what is this? I think we had this over here, right? Now, no, we're talking about this. Preparing to make an offer to buy eBay. Oh, God. Please no. Again, please no. How 007's first light quips and quick wits make Bond stand apart from Agent 47. Here's the thing about this. And I don't know if anyone's ever made this analogy. Did they just turn 007 into like Nathan Drake Hitman? Because that's kind of what it... Who's doing this? Who made this game? Oh, it is Naughty Dog. All right, never mind. What? Oh, no. It says in the vein of Naughty Dog's Uncharted series, unlike Sandbox. Okay, so it's like that. Then Hitman's free. Then who the hell made this? Who made it? Oh, IO Interactive. I hope it's going to be good, but I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to do with that. Hold on, I got to refresh the thing here. Boop, 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 doo, doo, doo. Hold on, give me 1 second. Refreshing. There we go. I don't know. Well, as long as the quips are kind of fun and don't get stupid. I want to make another Uncharted game. That would be actually kind of good. But 00 Charted here. All right. That's what I'm going with. Boop. What else we got here? Look at this. Magic artist admits he uses another's artist work for the One Ring card. A veteran Magic illustrator says the new card may reuse older imagery. Bum, 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 bum. This thing. All right. Now, the thing here is, apparently, in a lengthy Facebook post published hours after reveal, veteran fantasy illustrator Donato Giancola, who previously worked with Wizard of the Coast for 28 years, accused the company of reusing and modifying older artwork rather than commissioning an original piece. Wow, imagine a company, commissioning a piece of artwork and, owning that artwork now and just doing whatever the hell they want with it. It's weird that a company would do that, but whatever. Let's see. They just digitally sampled the previous One Ring card from the Lord of the Rings set and flipped and deleted the Elvish runes, he wrote. I doubt Dan Fraser had any real say in how this came about. In the comments on that post, Fraser's agent said that that was the case, writing he did not. After several changes requested, he never saw this version. All right, so never saw the version. Here's the weird thing, because we read this and I went to this. Now, this is from the person. Look, in trying to create an iconic version of the One Ring while looking at references online, I ended up using Marta's ring as a reference and painted over it to try to depict the item fans hold dear to their hearts. Okay, here's the thing. Dan Fraser, I've recognized the name from old Magic the Gathering. They've been around for a long time. Here's the thing. Using a reference. This is rule number 1, Dan. Using a reference doesn't mean painting over it. That's not a reference. That is tracing. You've been around long enough. You know that. You don't just trace over something. That's not how that works. No. Bad. Go to your room. All right? Like, dude, is this what's happening? And everyone's going to start using AI art now, because now even veteran artists are like, well, yeah, I just, kind of painted over the reference. I know. And I'll give them the benefit of the doubt saying, yo, it's a ring. You can only do so much with a ring. It's a circle. Hey, they're using my circle. Like, I mean, come on. I get it. But if you're going to... Oh.
Yay. I has internet again.
Nice.
Tech was here. Faulty modem. Replaced and working again.
There you go. Beautiful. Nice. Welcome back to reality. Sorta. Wizard of the Coast echoed the sentiment in its own statement, saying, hey, try the one. Saying its internal review process didn't catch the issue. Yeah, internal review process. Yeah, it looks good. That's their internal review process. Dan made a mistake. The statement reads, we make mistakes in our processes, do not catch the error. Burr, burr, burr. I don't know, but if you're using something as a reference, don't just paint over it, bro. What are you gonna do? Human poses are another, and people say you copied them. Yeah, that's what a pose. That's the pose I wanted. Poses are like, dude, a pose is a pose. What are you gonna do? Who's gonna be like, you're doing the contrapposta pose? You can't do that. That's no. Yeah, tell that to the Greeks first. And then get back to me. So, I mean, there's only so many things in the world, and I think we're in a weird part of human history, right? And I'm going to throw this out here right now, because with AI and everything else and people using the internet and all that other stuff, we're starting to see that, and nobody's going to want to hear this, that whether it's music, art, whatever, there's only so many variations. There's only so many poses. There's only so many notes. And eventually, they all get reused at some point. Even styles. There's only so many styles. Very rarely does somebody come across with a completely different style, and you're like, holy crap. It's very rare. So I think people are starting to see the similarities in art. And in this case, lifting it or repainting over it, that's an obvious, don't do that. But we're starting to see just how similar a lot of artwork is in the world. And people, instead of realizing that mathematically there's only so many variables or variations, they're just assuming people are stealing their work. And, this being a different case completely, you can only do so much, Like, there's only some, like, even this little guy over here. Do you know how many shots have been framed this way in a movie? Look at this. Did the Elden Ring cast rip off of another, thing that had a horse in the foreground and armor and like, what the hell? Layouts are reused. There's literally a book of successful layouts, how to use them, and all that other stuff that many people go back to constantly. And it ends up becoming very formulaic. Now, better artists and musicians will break out of that formulaic stuff, but then it turns out to be something that's so weird that people just generally won't look at. So, we have a transfer period where copyright collapses and needs to be truly free. No, I don't think there's a fine line for copyright. I feel like there's a concept of fair use, and if somebody creates something that's original, they should retain rights to the IP. Like, as much as I don't like Nintendo for their business practices and suing everybody, they own Super Mario, so Mario is their stuff, and, they should be able to control it how they want, But there should be some wiggle room there. So I think we need a happy medium somewhere moving forward, but I don't have the legalese to figure out what that would be. Yeah. And big one will never understand is how common food items and shop items can't be used, in stuff. That's wild. Common stuff? Well, usually because that stuff is trademarked. So if you're putting like a box of crackers that's like Ritz crackers, goldfish, or something like that, it's the image in and of itself ends up being a copyright. Like the logo's a trademark, so now you're using a trademark, blah, blah, blah. So it gets very finite and stuff like that. Fair use should allow that. Like, that should be fine. Where it's like, okay, it's small, it's in the background, this game character really has they're fixated on these little fish crackers or something. Yeah. Yeah, Red Cross, considering that's pretty much publicly funded, I feel like every logo should belong to everybody. But so's the post office, right? U.S. Post Office, that's paid for by the taxpayers. But we don't own that logo. We can't use it whenever we want. So it's weird. Again, it's something that's got to get worked out, and I don't know if it ever will, but boop. Marvel Snap. Oh, snap. Marvel game dev attempts to quell community concerns after layoffs. All right. Here's the thing. For people who don't know.
Internet is poopy sometimes. But sometimes there are cats, and that makes it better. Internet is poopy sometimes. But then sometimes there's puppies, and that makes it better. Throw a puppy at it.
Yeah. Thank you. So, thank you. Marvel Snap basically, laid off a bunch of people, and now everyone's upset about it, worried that the game is going to fail. I don't know that it will. Yes, it's not Marvel Rivals. It's something completely different. So, I don't know how much money this one made, but I feel like it shouldn't be an issue. Like, what were they? Independent contractors? What's going on? Nobody knows. I don't know. Do you know? Let's find out. Marvel Snap community, blah, blah, blah. Isn't this the card game? Post, blah, blah, blah. Let's see. Yeah, this guy's like all sad about it. Okay, whatever. Exos staff critical of the Marvel Snap's development is obviously cause for concern with players of the game. Official Reddit Discord pages clearly voicing their concerns. There's an overarching worry that support for Marvel Snap is now going to wind down as it felt like the game was suffering a slow death for some time. Oh, it's not doing well. Okay, yeah. So then, don't invest in this anymore. I don't know. Like, I want to say Snap was like 2016 card game. Really, that far back? Huh. Interesting. All right. Yeah. If they're going on a decade, they're probably going to sunset this thing real soon. Yeah. I was thinking Pepsi, you see them everywhere, but people don't use it. It's really big fair. What? Big fair use should cover it. Yeah. What is that thing? Even iPhones. Like, you figured, they can use them in movies and stuff like that just because it's an iPhone or whatever. But they only allow use for particular circumstances. And, other than that, you just have to like slap it in a generic case or something like that, just so they don't, the logo's there. No, it's ridiculous. Like, it's just so dumb. That kind of stuff is just dumb. It's background crap. It doesn't matter. Any reason supposed to, okay, whatever. Just, with this stupid food. God. I don't know if I'll go through it, but I literally opened a tab so we can put it on the bingo here. Boop. All right, let's see. What do we got? Oh my God, dude, I haven't gotten one since. This has been like a week. Are they kidding me? Come on, bro. Dude, can I fudge anything? Sam Cali won. Nice. No new song. Drop frames. Let's see how those frames are going. No drop frames. All right. I didn't have bad coffee. I didn't freak out. Well, I got a little agitated about the supposed group of deaf people that don't want deafness cured, according to that article. Wow. That bothers me so much. Hits Mike, haven't done that. Bad pun. I feel like I might have done that. I didn't swear, but that article got me close. Didn't take a break from my ears, which was stupid. For storefronts, didn't do a physical item. Oh, I can do that. I can do that. Wait. No. Yo. Get off my head. Thank you. No. Bro. Where is it? Boop. There you go. All right. Remember I said it dropped something? Yo. I dropped my Cycle Stick Taco. Hey, look, it's taco. Oh, green screen, killing me. All right, well, it's a taco. It's a little taco squishy. I put it underneath my elbow because this way, so I'm not leaning on something hard. It's a Cycle Stick. Look at that. It's a taco. Look at that. You wish you had one. Look at that. Beautiful. Look, I got this weird thing on my finger. Look, that hurts. Look, it's a little dot. It was like a scab, and it was there for like a month. Now it's darkness. I'm waiting for it to go away, man. It's taking forever. I don't know if that helped me. I gotta check. There you go. Cards. Hey, there you go. I did have to show a physical item. I'm a winner. There you go. My life is complete. Yo, no, last time we didn't win, man. We didn't win. It sucked. Steve was like, I didn't win bingo.
I would expect nothing less fulfilling in a Psycho Taco.
There you go. But they didn't do it. There you go. All right. Catman won again. Nice. There you go. You said F word before, but I got my bingo, so it's up to you. Did I? Did I say F? Did I drop an F? Confirmed? I don't even remember doing that. Was I just so aggravated that it was on autopilot? And I was like, flip. I usually try to be good. Sorry I was away. No, that's all right. Could be. I don't know. I guess we'll call it. There you go. Oh, you definitely did during the deaf thing. Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. No, that article bothered me so much that there's a mentality there that actually bothers me. Oh. Oof. All right, I gotta let it go. I'll worry about it when I lose my hearing, and then I'll see if it's good. If everybody would choose a what? Oh yeah, okay, I did. All right, then I did. It was automatic. All right, money goes in the swear jar. See, you're costing me money now. What? I don't know. Now the kindergartners are going to be F-bombing in class. No. Think of the children. Hey, Kame won again? Wow. I'm winning all the bingo cards now. I don't know. That's very, it's so, oh, it bothers me. I don't know. Do I want to go through stupid food? We could try it, right? Is a swear jar like a Star Schmuck chip jar? Yeah, I mean we got like $25 in there. Usually we'll like get we take the money and then we end up buying like food and giving it to like a local food pantry kind of thing. So that's kind of our deal. We're just like, here. Well, because if I'm gonna swear, I keep it in a jar. So we try to do that every year before Thanksgiving. Yeah. So maybe around September I'll get real pissed off. Do. Boom. What is this? Riddles? I don't do riddles. Do. Why is this not clicking? Oh, come on. There it is. I'm like, where's my thing, man? It's broken. All right. What? Rice. What are they doing? Oh, God, no. Dude, wear gloves. Oh, gee. No. Oh, God. A thing my son is glad I didn't know as a first time. What is that? I don't even want to know what they're doing. Fried chicken ice cream. Whoa. Bro. Peak American stupid food. Look at that. Ice Nova? Shreddy pause.
Tall dance, tall dance.
Thank you. I appreciate. Thank you. 11 moons. Thank you. We're just looking at fried chicken ice cream. I mean, it's not going to taste like fried chicken, right? Look, it's vanilla ice cream, chocolate bone, and crumble crunch. It just looks like fried chicken. It's not like actual fried chicken. And I like the way they say peak American stupid food. Is this AI? It's like, what is this? What language is that? What is this? What is that? That's just chicken batter? I don't know if they would batter it, right? Need 4 or 5 more to have full bingo card. Yeah, I would have to run out of coffee and then get bad coffee. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't know that this is technically an American food. I feel like this is made by somebody who's trying to appeal to an American crowd. Looks like fried ice cream. Maybe it is. I don't know. I've never seen it, so might be fun. There's always what? They always spell my name wrong. I guess I gotta go. I gotta look in, huh? For here, Geth. I don't even see a name. I'm not talking to you. Let me know if I missed something, because once you get to those sides, what is this? A friend sent me this. Are they sure? You sure they're a friend? Jeff or GIF? Jeff? So it said Geff. How do you misspell Jeff? What is... All right, unless you're thinking about the, what? Wasn't a Toys R Us mascot Jeffrey with a G? What do we got? Is this stupid enough? I don't know. It's a video and... Uh-oh. Yo, this has been happening. Yo, Opera been freezing. Hold on. No, that happened earlier. Anytime like a video tried to load from a particular source, it would like load for a little bit and then just freeze up for like a week. So that browser is going to be unattainable for a little bit. Oh, there we go. Technical issue. Nice. No, I can't do anything about it. It literally takes a minute to like unlock. I don't know if there was like a new update for the browser and it's just like, all right, here we go. Brand new. Oh, it's broken. Gonna play GTA 5 with my sister and the kids. Nice. Hey, McBooya won. Family is a trip. We'll get a Grand Theft Auto and auto together. Nice. There you go. Jeff Ramsey is one of the founders of Rooster Teeth. All right. Geoff. I don't know. Maybe they should say, you know, Jeff with a J. But, you know, that it doesn't surprise me because a lot of people are misspelling everything now. So it's because, you know, and mispronouncing things because they've never really heard it in the first, whatever. First time I ever saw that spelling. Really? Yeah, because I've seen it. I've seen G's and Jeffries like every once in a while, like maybe twice, 3 times. Jeff is like 54 years old. There you go. Geoff. Geoff. Oh, there you go. See, now it's snapped back into place. I'm just going to close that tab. Boop. Gone. Nice. No, I've eaten it before, and it is a vanilla ice cream fried with chicken batter. It's got chicken batter on it? That might be good. Was it good? Nice. So weird, though. Names that are worse to spell and pronounce. They never follow English language terms. Yeah, and forget if it's a completely different, you know, name from a different country. It's like, oh my God. It's difficult. Yeah. And then they look at you like you're being disrespectful when you can't pronounce their name. I was like, sorry, I can't pronounce, you know, Jing Shao because I'm Western and nobody said anything here. I don't know it. Surprisingly enough, it actually tastes quite good. Nice. I figured it might because it's got that nice little crispy thing, crispy creamy. Dude, people put ice cream on fried chicken. There's like a chicken ice cream thing. So, you know, that could actually work. Look, I can barely pronounce half the English language. Exactly. Right? This one. Sorry, that's it. There you go. Thing is, though, I see name pronunciation as a form of respect. Yeah. No, I try to do that too, you know, but it takes me a while to actually figure it out. Boop, 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 boop. Where'd I leave off? Read that, Jeff. Oh, is the Jeff Keighley guy, is that a J or a G? I don't even know. You can't say apothecary? What is it? Apo the carry? What? Apothecary. Apo the carry. Let me get more coffee. I've been surprisingly good with not drinking all the coffee immediately. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe because I've been out here half the time I go to... Oh, yeah, you lanky. Just hold that pose. Yeah. That's the Ozempic pumpkin. All right, here we go. Doo-doo. When's Summer of Games? Speaking of Jeff there. Jeff, where's your Summer of Games festival? Are you going to talk about High Guard again? Well, are we going to have our card game showcase? No, not yet. It's not ready. Jeff for the Game Awards guy. Oh, so it is with a G. All right, there you go. Maybe that's the other place. Card battle. La 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 la.
Card battle.
Yes. Let's go. Spock, you got to roll. Equal to or greater than. Oh, it's Professor Stevie. 14. Come on. Take the ruler out of their hand. Are they, Professor? 13. Oh. Off to detention. You really got to flesh out the lore for that character. It's like he just keeps moving from place to place. Trying to find evildoers. But they're a professor now? Like, what? Doesn't even make any sense. Oh, whatever. Maybe we'll get another Skyrim release this year. Who knows, right? Nice with the jacket. The ruler adds something. There you go. Yeah, the ruler. That was a ruler. Yeah. I'd bring her back up, but they're all random. You tried that. Did it? Yeah, could you work on the lore and just freaking it's, God, we're so dragging butt on this. Skyrim, I'm back in Morrowind. I know, I think it'd be cool if they, Skyrim 6 ain't coming out for, like, ever. Or Elder Scrolls. God. I feel like them working on Elder Scrolls Online kind of derailed a lot of stuff, and they didn't, like, work on it as much as they should have. They're like, we're going to do Starfield. Oh, God. But people seem to like that game now after, a year and a half of updates? That's pretty good, right? All right, ads are happening. Yeah, just let them, whatever. Look, when you have eternal life, you try new things. Figured we'd attempt to make people smarter, but it failed. Well, I know you're going to do it for the Twitch stream when you go through the teachers Reddit, because that's been a thing now where Steve gets exceedingly aggravated at how stupid everybody is in the education system. A substitute teacher referred to their car as a, I'm not even kidding it, car engine. Or no, it was car machine. I'm not even joking about that. And I would love to pull it up. It was like they were going through this whole thing. A substitute got bent out of shape, and they were like, I can't believe you did this, because they got basically sent home early with full pay. Didn't matter. They were all bent out of shape. They felt like they were dismissed too early. And then they started complaining about the wear and tear on their car machine. Not even joking. And then they were so upset they wanted to cast an evil spell on, the person that dismissed them early. Do we really need those type of people in the public school system? I mean, come on. Yes, car machine. Yes, they were in the... What's up?
Your car machine needs an oil drink.
Yeah, got an oil drink. Dude, it was a Reddit. No, did I tell you the whole story of that? I'll give you the short of it.
You tell me later.
No, but they some people weren't here for the Steve stream. Okay. The short of it is the substitute teacher got sent home early, right?
Yeah.
All right. They still got full pay.
Yeah.
But they thought that the person who sent them home, their first thing, they sent an email, which they cut and pasted on Reddit. They thought the person that sent them home was being biased, disrespectful, and they were complaining about the wear and tear on their car machine, right?
They had to drive there anyway.
You had to drive there and back anyway, yeah. But then they proceeded to say that, it is not God to dish out vengeance, but they wished a curse upon the person that sent them home.
No, I don't think that's how that works.
That's exactly what I said. I'm like, that's not, what are you doing? I'm like, and it was like an hour early, too.
That's not very Christian.
No, it wasn't. Oh, God, get out of here. No. Have you been touching the Bible? Then I can't touch you. I might burst into flames.
I got cream, vanilla cream.
Oh, then definitely don't touch me. I knew there was some kind of smell.
Vanilla.
It was either holiness or vanilla. Get out of here.
Come on.
You smell like holy vanilla. Get out of here.
All right. Stream. Bingo.
Oh, bingo. Yeah, I got to do the bingo. Well, the dawn appears.
Bingo.
Yeah. So,
Bye, everybody. Bye,
yeah,
everybody.
I'll be wrapping up soon. We can make guacamole toast.
Aphelion hurt my elbow.
Who's that?
It's a game.
Oh, I thought it was like a friend.
Aphelion.
I thought you were wrestling.
It's the furthest point in the orbit of a planet or sun or whatever.
Do you know that, or did the game teach you that?
I had to look it up.
You had to look it up? You did that? You used the internet for non-weird things?
And then there's perihelion, which is the closest.
Oh, I think that's the one you're trying to avoid. You parry to the left.
Oh.
Avoid the helion.
Okay.
Parry.
I'm done.
What?
Goodbye.
This is why I wasn't good in science class. That and the Bunsen burner fires. Okay, she's gone. Let's see. No, I don't know if it was called. Hold on. Bunsen burners were fun. I don't know if kids get to play with that. Oh no, you did it. I'm sorry. Yeah. I don't know where. Oh, you got it. There you go. What? Upon you and your clan. Yeah, that was the thing. It was like, upon you and your clan. My clan? You know, the roving tribe. What, you mean my Call of Duty clan? Oh, man, we're just never going to win a game again. Yeah, that's weird. But, okay, now, with that phrasing and mentality between Car Machine and A Curse Upon Your Clan, do we need somebody like that as a substitute teacher in this country? Like, that seems like there's something out of sync there where I don't feel like they should be in charge of kids and trying to educate them. And they literally said there was a bit of a language barrier. Why is there a language barrier in an education system? The only way there's a language barrier if they're teaching me Spanish and me no understand. Okay? That's the language barrier. But their other languages should be able to tell me why I'm not getting Spanish. All right? All substitute teachers are crazy adults. I mean, I guess. They should teach kids how to make a computer in class. I don't even know if anyone's going to own a computer in the future. We're all going to rent them through our phones. Remember design and technology and jigsaw? That was a fun class. I didn't have design and technology. Dude, we like this one's old school. So it was reading, writing, arithmetic kind of thing, you know. So, and some science, social studies, you know, a bit of political social science, that kind of stuff. It was a lot of core stuff. Every once in a while, an art class, and then gym, which is run around and dodge the ball. Yeah. Yeah, whatever. You're going to do Twilight Brigade into this? My clan, bro. That was going to be an American renting PCs. The rest of the world will get PCs. America's going to going very backwards. Yeah, but it is capitalism. So, you know, somebody's going to be making a ton of money from it. You don't think it's going to happen to other countries? Definitely will. What do we got? What? Programming 101 class to teach folks how computers actually work at the bare metal level. The thing is, a lot of kids don't know how to operate a PC. Like kids. They don't know. They can use the phone. Yay. That's about it. Not even joking about that. Maybe a Chromebook, you know. It's getting dicey out there. Literally owning a PC is going to be considered like old school stuff, you know. Because, you know, even gaming, it's like, you know, the ones that game on PC, that's going to be, nobody's going to want to hear it. Gaming on a PC in the future is going to be considered like using a console if you're a PC user now. People will be like, wait, you're using a PC, but you can't even do anything with that. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, PC, master, blah, blah. You know, eventually there's going to be tech in the future that's probably going to just, people are going to be like, wait, you're on your own computer? What? Like, it's going to get weird. Chinese already have GPUs and stuff. Trying to just replace them and try to go about cutting off parts. Well, we'll see. Yeah. We'll see. It'll all work out somehow. Probably not. Hey, we got to start get back to work on the 3D models of this one back there. Now, so we can have them in the background doing animations and stuff. If Blender animation would efficiently render animation and not take an hour for 5 minutes of animation, clowns. It's free. What am I going to do? All right, here's, and it's probably our specs. Our specs are all right, but still, it should just be able to do it. Should just be able to do it and fast. Yeah. It doesn't make the phone powerful enough to play PS5 and Xbox X games. What would be in my pocket? Well, I mean, you could already do cloud gaming with it, so, you know. It's like you're 90% of the way there. All right. I play Skyrim on my phone, right? People just be like, all right, dude, I'm in Skyrim. I know. Future is going to be it's going to be very interesting and super convenient, but I feel like everyone is just going to be renting everything. So it's, be choosy with what you want to rent, you know. We'll see. Bum, 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 bum. Really rough. Those girls are going to be what? Same movement, etc. Same ugly models. Yeah, I really kind of hope that the next Skyrim they actually update their engine, because I do not like the engine that they use. Like it feels old, and I guess it costs like a lot of money to make a new game engine or whatever. And they probably don't want to use Unity or something like that, right? I don't know. All I want is an AI server in my closet and a robot assistant to talk to. But I think cybersecurity alone is one reason we will always have PCs. You know, a lot of AI capable PCs fight AI viruses. Yeah, that's gonna be. You're just gonna have to keep your computers offline. As soon as you log on, it's gonna be like It is old. Yeah, it's called like what? The Creation Engine is an overworked, sad sack of a game engine. Like it's been used since Morrowind. Yeah, that's kind of what it feels like. It was cool when it came out, but that was like what, 20 years ago? Like at some point you got to spiffy things up, but I guess like the team knows how to work with it, so they just kind of run with it. It's not like Starfield looked like garbage or anything like that. Was that same engine or did they use something different? Because I don't even know what engine they used. If it was Creation, then it's not that bad, you know. It's the same. All right. Well, I mean, they improved it at least. But it does need some tweaking. It definitely needs some tweaking because it's a little like I can always tell when it's a Bethesda game because everything looks a little. What's the term? Like the facial animations and stuff. They look a little bit too mechanical to me, I guess. Same engine, that's why it's a bit, it couldn't load properly. It's a little why huge modders just gave up. Modders are just giving up, man. It's like, dude, I'm using newer tech than Bethesda. Come on, dude. I'm curious if I wonder if that, no, I'm not going to even look it up. I don't care. No, the Xbox compatibility website, I was wondering if it was back up, but we'll see. It's felt like they went full mod support, the Creation Engine, rather than making a new engine. They allowed modders to just fix it for ourselves, I guess. Yeah, like they do with their games. That's like the thing. It's like we made this really cool game, but you know, modders will make it a lot better, and they do. It's kind of weird, but you know, I mean, it works. It's just a little more work on everybody else's part to get it where it needs to be. We'll see. No, I'm getting hungry. Chat. I'm gonna have to eat. I don't want to, but I got to. No, because yesterday I had avocados and then the leftover carrot cake muffins. Yo, that's like all I ate yesterday. Monitor the only reason The Sims is still around. Why can't they make The Sims like really good? Like, is there a dark Sims? Okay, and don't say, oh, well, they have a vampire pack. No. I don't want the vampire pack. I need a dark Sims where you're playing just a maniacal god or demon amongst your town, and you know you can cause a little bit of mischief and stuff like that. Do they have that? Because I feel like that would be a fun game to play on stream. Yeah. I'd be like, hey, chat, do we put piranhas in the pool? Like, you know, that kind of things. Sims Medieval might have that. Yes, with mods. That's work though. Yeah. Yeah, like you know, you have some kind of like ne'er-do-wells roaming around the town causing all sorts of problems. I think there was a Paralyzed, right? Actual Sims competitor just shut down, which is insane. Ugh. Well, you know, if you play a game like The Sims, you're so committed to it that you're probably not going to deviate from it. You know? And there's so much DLC for that, it's ridiculous. They're playing Starship. Evil, the game's amazing. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I got a list of games I got to go through. Got to keep saying that, but I'm like focused on the card game now, man. We're doing good. We're like we're almost there. All right. I'll be able to get these printed up really quickly. It's just finalizing everything and just putting it out there and be like, yeah, let's go. Yeah, let's see. Sims got bought by what Saudi Arabia company? I don't know what is going to happen to the game. What was that? EA? Because EA got bought up by something, right? Yeah. So I don't know. But I think they just want money. They may not even care. Power Live is set for release the 25th this month. Huh. Write it down. Gotta write it down. Boop. I almost dropped my taco again. I gotta find my pen. There it is. As long as Sims 1 and 2 are on Steam, I'm fine with it. Now, I really feel like there should definitely be a Dark Sims game, you know? Where you get your dungeons and you get your, you know, maniacal characters and your demons and all this other stuff. Yeah, hold on one second. Oop. All right. Dungeon Keeper is like Dark Sims. Write it down. I actually think we got Dungeon Keeper from like GOG or something. So we may actually already have that. Because, you know, not spending money is always cool. Maxis would have never treated as bad, just like EA with passion. Like another issue, we don't have a PC processing to do full-on Sims-like game. Every time someone tries to get to the laggy state in 30 minutes. All right. Planet Coaster was a good example. Aren't ready for massive simulation games. That sucks, though. Come on, dude. It's 2026. 2026, man. Come on. Come on. Computers, get good. Well, we're not going to get access to the RAM for anything to get good for quite some time. Bullfrog Games. Oh, Peter Molyneux. There you go. Yeah, they're coming out with a... What is it? It's like Heroes of Albion or something like that. Yeah, it's loosely Fable-esque, but, you know, for legal reasons, they couldn't do anything with that. So War for the Overlord. Just keep writing down. You guys are just making my Steam library bigger. Because then I just keep writing down things and I never get a chance to play it because I'm an idiot. Ugh. It'll happen, chat. There'll be one day. Figure let's get up to the 25 years of Foamy, and then I'll slowly pull back on stuff. Yeah, 25 years, man. You know, gotta live a little bit, right? We'll see. Mixed reviews at Steam. Everything's a mixed review. Bump, bump, bump. All right, need at least while I'm in the stream, I'm gonna hold on. Cards, got that. I think we got all that. Got all that. All right. Now's the time I'm gonna find somebody to read because my stomach is gurgling. 1 second. Boop. All right. What do we got here? I got Pumpkin Potion is on. We got actually, there's not a lot going on. Oh, Zograd's on. They're playing the Prick Man.
It's time to get some caffeine in your system. You might have had too much, but nobody listened, so you buzzed.
Buzzed. There we go. Let me do this. Mute. I'll make sure that's muted. Give me a second. Oop. All right. Probably do a bunch of stuff. Hold on. All right. No, I gotta set up like raids and stuff, man. I can't just be not raiding. You know, because then it gets stupid. And I gotta refresh chat again. Oh man. Boop. All right, cool. There you go. Max was founded by the guy who made SimCity. Ooh. There you go. Write it down. And in 2020, it should be easing off the RAM. So it's end of 2027. What do you mean? This is when they reckon AI will be self-improving on automatic at that point, where find a self and cost will tank. Yeah, I hope so because, I don't want to end of 2027. I'll probably need a new computer by then. Greatest thing since I've been around 3 different companies in my life. Same thing happened when they got rid of Lionsgate. When they made Fable 2 to 3. Should just make my own games. Yeah, why isn't 2 and 3 on Steam? Yo, Microsoft.
Something like that is awesome. Oh my god.
Thank you. Yeah, why isn't Fable 2 and 3 on Steam? Fable, Anniversary Edition is on Steam. What about the other ones? Microsoft, come on. Ugh. They own those, right? Like, what's the problem? Take a break, get some neat, come back stream. Well, wait. Nah, I gotta do a whole thing anyway. Because if I don't do all the other tasks, then I'm backed up. We still got to work on a cartoon because we got a new Cartoon Friday coming out. New Foamy Friday. Look at the base of the start. It's part of the. Oh, that's somebody else. Peter Molly is kind of an ego creep. Ego creep. I feel like in his old age, he's gotten a little bit more. At least the last interview I read with him, he's kind of like, yeah, I'm just trying to make the games and stuff, and seemed a little bit more reserved. I think when you work on something of that scale, like Fable or whatever, and you're just like, I am that guy that did that. There was another person that had a super big ego when they were a game developer. Was it the person who did? It was like an indie game. Was it the person who did Braid, or was it another game like that? I remember one of them just being just like, brr, AJ Music is awesome. Thank you for listening to it. I appreciate. Thank you. Yeah, new album. It's out there. It's on Spotify and stuff. Yeah, we're super good at promoting. What am I gonna do, dude? It's out there. Oh, we'll wait for the super good stuff to come out. Let's see. Menu I wanted to make for Fable 3 was supposed to be more interactive menu you could walk around in. Huh. Yeah, didn't they have like a tech demo with the Kinect where you're supposed to be able to, he had a tech demo with the Kinect where you're supposed to talk to this person, and that just never came to me. I forget what it was. But promise he made or what he wanted to make. The team, however, couldn't make it happen. Just creative person wanting to make stuff. Yeah, that is kind of a weird thing. Like, I feel like if I were to make a game, I'd probably want to do way too many things that are not feasible technically. Like, especially when it comes to animation and stuff. I'd be like, well, we'll have this happen and blah, blah, blah. I'd be like, no, that's not, you can't do that. It's going to have to work like this because no. Yeah. So you're super awesome. Yay. There you go. Thank you. It was called The Sanctuary, and you had to do everything. It included gifts. Someone a gift. You literally had to drag an NPC to your sanctuary to give them a gift. Oh, God. I don't know if that would be fun or tedious. Like, come on, we got to go over here. I got a gift for you. Oh, I don't feel like it. No, come on, let's go. For me, it's physics. I make my own. I'm using J-Bullet, sure, but Max hits and buoyancy. My own making. Nice. People like him, AI is perfect. You can probably do it. Yeah, that's the thing. I feel like if you're that creator that probably has some crazy ideas and there ain't no way you getting a staff of game devs working on this, and it might not even be feasible. You might actually have to tap into AI and be like, how do we do this? And I don't know how good it would be at doing that, but it can make some pretty decent, game tech demos from what I've seen, assuming those are even true, but AI, so who knows? Fable 3 was a huge letdown to me. I know I haven't played that in a while, so I don't remember a lot of it. I enjoyed many parts of Fable 3. The other parts were just, yeah. That's how I designed the character classes. Think of the coolest thing the warrior mage Steve could do, and try to make that possible. Yeah. Well, I think a lot of game devs probably work within a template, when it comes to those type of characters. Like, oh, warrior does this, mage does that, thief does that, So it's like, but you want a thief that can, be so good that they can steal somebody's shoes without them knowing, And then it's just like you're in a battle and a thief comes in, takes their shoes, and all of a sudden they're stepping on hard gravel and it probably puts them off balance. And they're like, ow, ow, what the hell am I stepping? Where'd my shoes go? That kind of thing. That'd be fun. I'd play that. Dude, if you were a thief and you got your skill so good that you could steal people's shoes, you know? Or even better yet, you just take the underwear right out of them and they don't even know. And they're like, wow, man, it is cold here. You know, I don't know what happened, man. I was wearing my insulated undies and yeah, I don't know. Oh, the Fez guy. Was it the Fez guy? He also had ego? Yeah, I don't know. I remember it was some indie. Oh, there you go. Fez guy had a major meltdown, so no more Fez games. Really? Maybe that's the one I was thinking of. Because I remember there was an indie developer that made a good game and they just, I guess, flew off the handle or whatever. Huh. Sounds like an, what? Over-level D&D character. Yeah, there you go. Why don't you just make a game, call it over-leveled, you know? You know, like the warrior can just punch a tree and use it as a club, you know? Like, why not? Like, why are we sticking with these old tropes? You know, and the magician is powerful, but he does weird stuff, you know? Like, you know, instead of summoning, like, fire, water kind of spells, your typical elements. You know, they work in cotton candy, sugar, and I don't know, what else? Alcohol, you know? Like, whatever. So in case of a water spell, it's rum. They literally just drown somebody in rum. And they become, like, really drunk. And they're just like, what, man? You rum spell on me, I'll get you. If I only had my shoes, where'd my shoes go? Who took my shoes? You know, the fight will be over instantly. It'll be good, man. You know, you got to breathe some life into these things because then it becomes very static. I should be a game developer. I say this all the time. Yeah, we flying around while shooting fireballs everywhere. It ain't gonna be cheap. Gravity's a harsh mistress. Real criminal doesn't rob you for your wallet. He takes your shoes and your socks. There you go. Yeah, leaping throws on a pair of shoes. There you go. You know, or you just put bubble gum on somebody's feet, you know? You're a mage. I cast bubble gum, you know? And then it's like they're kind of, oh, you know? But you got to make the NPCs kind of have fun with it, too. Yeah, where you program, it's like, oh, this is so gross. Ugh, stop hitting me, man. I got bubble gum at your back. You know? It'll be fun. Foamy the MMO. Yeah, you wouldn't even need a squirrel in that. That'd be good. Unless they're the dungeon master. Foamy dungeon master. That'd be crazy. Everyone would die. Bubblegum bomb. It'll impede spell casting since your mouth is full. Yep. And what's a ranger character? What the hell would a ranger character do? I don't know. I mean, it's just like, it's got a bow and arrow. You know what? Let's make it crazy. Instead of arrows, they use baseball bats. They literally just carry a bunch of baseball bats and they use them instead. And it's like, oh my God, dude. Yeah, instead of a projectile, it's a projectile blunt weapon. Dude, you know how much damage you would be doing that? It'd be awesome. Sequel for Biomutant Cat's Pajamas. Yeah, I think Dawn played that for a little bit. I'm not sure if she liked it or not. That was a while ago. And the culture bases, the world building, and do different things. Sounds similar to him. Nice. Trained animals. Yeah. Three leaping scrolls. I don't know. See, I got ideas, man. Damn it. All right, well. Fire swords at the enemy. Yeah, that'll be the thing. You start with baseball bats, and then you work up. And then before you know it, you're shooting giant maces at people. I know. Plus, you know, again, it's like I'd like to get away from the standard, you know, class system of a, you know, D&D type thing. You know, I want something different. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, we'll figure it out. Brr. All right, let me wrap this up. We got to wrap up. No, I'm starving here. I still got a bunch of gallons of work to do. You know, it is what it is. Dawn's going to be on tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern. All right, Dawn of Time BC on Twitch. So you do the follow thing, and you're like, hey, what's up, bro? Yeah, actually makes it what, fancier? D&D is very grounded, it seems. Yeah, I know, man. I want it to be more fantasy and fun. Yeah, like a really warped Adventure Time thing. Yeah. If they can have a Candy Kingdom, I can have a whatever the hell I want. Boo, 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 boo. Thank you.
Later, Pumpkin Guy. Have a good week.
You too. Be well. Do something fun. Everybody, new week, do something fun. We should start reporting on what kind of fun stuff you did. Maybe that's your homework. Next Sunday when I come here, I want to make sure you guys did something fun. All right? I'm just saying, do it. I'm probably going to raid Zograd because they're on, I don't know, Shadov streams. Thank you, Shadov, for being here, pressing buttons. If you want, follow Shadov, but in a nice way. Okay. I don't know. We'll do what we got to do. All right, everybody go, 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 go. We're going to start the raid. Go. Everybody, thanks for being here, doing the stuff that you do. Even the ominous, anonymous someone who, donated pre-stream or like 2 days ago. Thank you. I appreciate it. Everybody go. Go. Thank you. I'm hungry. I need food.